lot of news to talk about. But before I get on there, though, Fresh Papa Deonne, how goes it?
Oh man, we're doing sleep training since Friday. I don't want to jinx anything, so knock on wood. He's been doing great. Like he's been sleeping through the night. We sleep through the night. I got him on monitor right here, and yeah, he's doing great. We feel refreshed. I can do this now. At this time, where it was like sort of a high pressure situation, the last few times, of like, oh man, I hear him crying. But no, he's doing good. Wife's doing good. This has been a good week. So, knock on wood, we can keep the streak going. 173-0.
He's a people's champ. He's a people's champ. He got the people's champ in him. That's why.
He's doing great. I don't want to jinx it because the first thing you say, like, "Hey, we're doing great," something might happen. So he is doing great right now, and hopefully he will continue to do it.
Yes, indeed. We will send the energy that Xander consistently sleeps on this schedule. So. Yeah. But we got a lot to talk about, though. There's a lot of trending news that's happening. But of course, we couldn't have a kayfabe without, of course, some custom segments. So, of course, the Blind Five is back. We're doing some fantasy booking and along with some other things that we're going to do thanks to a conversation before we began shooting. But let's jump into this first trending news and talk about it. Now, WrestleMania 42 was supposed to be in New Orleans. And I, for one, was not excited. Not one bit. I can easily go to New Orleans. That's just me. I'm very biased. I was not having anyone else in mind in my opinion of it going to New Orleans. I just want that to be very, very clear. But apparently, neither was TKO. And so they pulled out faster than an executive from New York out of a Vegas hooker who you pay to leave, not to stay. Left New Orleans, and they said it was so nice that we got to run it twice.
Wow.
WrestleMania 42 is returning to Vegas. Back-to-back sin. That need to be a shirt, WWE. That needs to be a shirt. Back-to-back sin. City. I'm gonna make that shirt.
It was like the other idea came out of City.
I'm gonna take that shirt. Yeah, y'all see what I did there, though, right?
I see. We got you, man. We got
you can't tell me that wouldn't be dope on the back of a shirt, like with the neon lights. Watch when I make it, y'all gonna be on board about it. I promise.
The vision was noticed. The vision was definitely noticed.
Y'all gonna be on board. Y'all gonna want one. Y'all be like, you know what? I'll take one. But thoughts on this going back to Vegas? Brandon, let's start with you because, again, like you mentioned, we were out in Vegas for this last WrestleMania. Thoughts on it now coming back again in 2026?
So I'm pretty sure those who are viewing this live can see my face and see the anguish and disgust. And I feel like Rick and Morty after that one space expedition they went on. They got back in the ship and they just started screaming because they couldn't make sense of anything else.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
That's how I feel about Mania being back in Vegas. Not because it wasn't a bad Mania. Not because Vegas wasn't a bad location for Mania. It was look, for what we accomplished, it was cool. But Mania weekend involved me and my partner D going to fourth rope and Cuz not leaving that motherfucker until 5 a.m.
Mind you, I stayed an hour and a half out of Vegas and was driving back and forth an hour and a half, like going from Port Arthur to Houston, Brando.
I know.
During WrestleMania.
That is the difference. Dude, I have made that. Look, Port Arthur to Houston and back, I've literally tracked it down. It's 33 songs.
I promise you, everyone from these particular parts of town, Deonne, we know what that drive is. Don't know why. Everyone knows how long it takes to get from that point to Houston. Everyone knows in some unique way.
But my thing with Mania in Vegas for me personally, like I always look at Mania as a kickback. Like everybody from the Black wrestling community coming out, going to shows, sharing drinks, sharing weed, whatever you do, right? And being cool. But Vegas is expensive for no damn reason. Like Vegas be taxing, like Backpage be taxing, right? Vegas be taxing in ways that Mike Rotunda used to be taxing as IRS. All right. That's how it be taxing.
That's tough.
And for you to tell me that we doing this again, my heart was. Look, I understand how you feel about New Orleans, brother Councilman. I understand how you feel, but that was a sexy little joint to me, dog. That was like, oh, all the baddies is definitely gonna pull up to New Orleans. My wife was intrigued by the concept of going to New Orleans for WrestleMania, and she went to Philly.
I get it.
You know the dichotomy of that.
I get it.
Go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, lovely city, home of the Super Bowl champions, all that, yes. But Philadelphia versus New Orleans.
I mean, I get it. But how you said it in the front part of it. I like my New Orleans cute. I don't like my New Orleans stuffed, man. It's too many people there. That's not my New Orleans. I feel uncomfortable. It's too much going on. There's not enough space there for me. But like when we just regularly going, oh yeah, it's magical.
Fair, very, very fair. Because I just think about Bourbon gonna be stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole city's gonna still be packed, man. Like it's
gonna be ridiculous for no reason. And like there's events there. Like it's all in the size. You know what I'm saying? Like festivals, like when Essence Fest goes there, it's a nice ratio. It is a cornucopia of Black women there. Like, oh my!
We were gonna get that in Mania in New Orleans. We were.
Now, Deonne, I know you married, and I can't talk loud about it, but let me tell you,
you can't talk loud about it.
Hey, look, as somebody who's also married, my wife will also vouch for this.
She also knows I'm insane, so I had that protection over there in his household.
Brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
all of them. I'm talking about all of them, not even just the Black women.
Look. You must say, Councilman, have you explained the variance of Houston to Deonne?
I think I have, right?
Yeah, early on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So New Orleans is that, except there's even more twang in the accents.
Oh, I'm completely aware. I grew up in Mississippi, and we go down there for Mardi Gras and all that stuff. So we were known, and it's here in Atlanta. It's about 7-hour drive or so. So I was kind of looking forward to it. But I've been down there for like bowl games, and that's the feeling I would get.
Yeah,
for like a Mania like weekend, not just like the week probably.
Yeah,
because the bowl game's just for that weekend. People come in early and then they leave right after game.
Yeah,
Mania will be from Sunday to Sunday. Well, Sunday to Monday,
and Saturday to Monday.
Yeah, so that would be a lot for New Orleans to try to also manage.
Yeah,
and oof.
And now that I think about it, wrestling fans don't be using deodorant that much, no way. Well, you, Deonne, you, Councilman, myself, yes.
Also, can we talk about the wet clothes smell?
Brother.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, too. You know,
I do. What I'm saying to you is...
It's hot, man.
Nah. Deonne, don't do that. Don't do that, because you know what I'm talking about. You know when you didn't wash clothes and you forgot to put them in the dryer?
Yeah, it's that musty smell, man.
You forgot again. And it's
that wet, musty smell.
Yeah, and you know you should rewash them. But for some people, they just throw it in the dryer. And that must stay on there. And then, like y'all say, the human body hit it. And now we got to suffer.
And you want to pair that smell with New Orleans.
Why are they getting drunk?
People already talk shit about bourbon being stank.
it's not the greatest, man. Street sweepers are on point every night.
And you want the IWC to divulge bone. But there's a reason why I have a shirt that is the 10 wrestling commandments. The 10 wrestling show commandments. And one of them is real simple. It's called don't be musty.
A lot of them don't see that rule. A lot of them
don't. They skip right past it. They go to Axe. They don't nothing. They go to whatever. They squirt prom bottles under their arms.
Yo, I didn't know Axe was still around. I know that
it is.
It's still out here.
I really thought, like when you be seeing like a lot of trending stuff, and then you don't see it no more, and you think about it like, dang, I ain't seen this in a minute. Like 5 Gum. When's the last time I've seen? See, yeah, think about that. Yeah, think about 5 Gum. Is 5 Gum still around?
I'm at the Tron commercials too. Yeah, wow. That is
you ain't seen a Tron commercial for 5 Gum in a minute. Like, is it still around?
These facts.
But Deonne, your thoughts about WrestleMania getting ran back around to Vegas?
Is interesting because it's obviously like a TKO decision, more than likely. This is the first time that I can ever remember Mania moving. Maybe like the Slaughter and Hogan thing where they had to move to another arena. But other than that, I don't think there's been
tickets.
Oh no, let's say threats. Smaller place, more security.
Threats.
Yeah.
But I'm serious about mine. I'm so sincere.
But no, for real, like it caught me off guard because like that's the first time they've ever done that. And then obviously they made so much money in Vegas throughout that week, and obviously Vegas made so much money throughout that week. To run it back, I mean, it's easy. All the infrastructure is still there, or whatever the plans are for that. You don't have to worry about coming up with other, safety plans, all that stuff, all the minutia of running an event, right? It's easy work for them and easy to promote again. Because if you went last year, you'll probably go back. And yeah, it's a TKO decision, man. It's unfortunate because I was kind of looking forward to maybe going to New Orleans. It's a little closer for a drive down if I wanted to. Hey, like I go to comic conventions. Come on, man. It's okay. Wait a minute. There are some.
You really can do that? Is this what we doing?
I caught myself, but there are some.
Let's call a spade.
Not as bad.
Nah, like there's I'm trying to figure out the best way to say. So, convention crowds and the IWC is very different. Very different. There's a particular group of a certain hue that are from a region that some would say may not be as updated as others, whose social norms are a little different. And I'm going to leave it there, but I will say, I have seen some people attempt to go into WrestleMania with no shoes on.
Oh, I've never.
Babies ain't got no shoes on. Just into the arena. And had the nerve to say, I'll just carry her. No shoes in the luggage. Little tote bag. No shoes.
To jump back real quick. I keep thinking about what Mark Henry said, also a friend of the show. Go back and watch that if you haven't. Him saying like that New Orleans couldn't sort of handle the infrastructure of a week of WrestleMania, like monetarily or whatever, like all these things. This is what WWE wanted or needed, and New Orleans at the time is like it can't provide it, which is unfortunate. But I think if it's the constellation essentially is Money in the Bank the next year, right? That they gave them. It's one day. Yo, I'm just saying, it's like, hey, we don't have Mania for you because Mania is a huge production, man, to run, and they've done it in New Orleans before.
But
they don't have the same. I don't think New Orleans is the same New Orleans from those years.
It's not. It's not. But then also too, though, it don't seem messed up that to go from WrestleMania to we're gonna give you money in the bank
and some UFC pay-per-views.
Like, bro, like give me the Rumble in New Orleans.
That is the Luka Doncic trade.
Oh God.
I'm saying, bro, I'm like, yo, y'all did not get the best deal. They kind of was just
y'all don't even get a stadium show out of this.
That's crazy.
Wow, wait, that wouldn't be. That's gonna be at
Money in the Bank. If it'd be in Caesars,
ain't it Smoothie King? Is it still Smoothie King?
It's Smoothie King. Yeah,
Smoothie King Arena. Bro, to go from the Caesar Dome.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know they. I didn't even think about that. They wouldn't be.
Yeah,
that's trash. That is trash. Like I'm like, yo, that is that. It
it said what I'm reading now. It says it will be held at the Caesar Superdome.
Money in
the Bank. But this is all AI overview, so it could be. It could be wrong.
Look, Google and fell off. Google we was on trying to cheat on tests back in the early 2000s. Google ain't
this ain't the same Google. You're right.
Nah, man. This ain't Will Smith Google no more, bro. But Vegas, it's coming back. I feel the same sentiments to Brandon and a little bit as well as Deonne, because I for different reasons. But yeah, man, just expensive. I feel like I could be better prepared this time where I'm not spending so much. Like I already booked my hotel for those days and had that ready with a good price. And so it's just like now, okay, being a little bit smarter about it. Like you just kind of know like you need to be prepared. And I think having it the first time, you kind of know now where you can cut things. Like I don't need to drive my car in Vegas. Like park my car, legit you can Uber. Like all the Ubers are like maybe between $6 to $10.
Oh
like,
wow.
Yeah, like they never drop.
There is that. There is definitely that. At least
convenient.
The best takeaway from Mania Vegas was that transportation getting around cheap.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to do a watch party or something like that, they was gonna hit you over the head. Because went to one spot, not gonna name names, I'm not gonna give them that publicity. But they said, hey, you come through, watch Mania with us, you have a $600 tab you gotta run up. And you can't leave until that $600 is run up. And
Brewster's Millions.
I'm literally I'm looking at me and my partners, and we was like, dog, we ain't got $600 worth of food between the three of us. All right, give me them shirts, give me them cookies, give me them whatever desserts you got, all of it. We're gonna run this up. It was like, well, you ran up to $5.96. Keep the $4, bitch. I don't care.
That's the tip.
Let me go. Free me.
Go home. See, man, if you'd have came with me though, because I did invite you.
You did, but we already had it. We already had them plans locked in. That's
we were at the Palms, at the pool, sun hitting the right way. We got these big clear cups with nothing but liquor in it. Big screen on a stage, a whole bunch of ones they didn't made into like an enormous screen. Watching WrestleMania and all the wrestlers was there. Yo, do you know what it's like to watch John Cena get 17 and you're sitting next to Ric Flair?
I know what it's like to watch Joe Hendry make his WrestleMania debut, and the TNA director of I forget what his on-screen role is, but Santino is literally watching the shit, and he's on the phone, and he acting like, wait, I didn't authorize this. Nah, brother, you did. You did.
All right, so
he's on WrestleMania, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you, man, but it's happening. It's happening again. Start saving your coin now. Start saving it now.
Start setting up your OnlyFans picks if you need to.
Yeah,
their prices are getting wild, man. Because tickets just went on sale today for Great American Bash.
Yeah, I'm sure they ridiculous, but they gonna drop though. So you already know that they're gonna drop for next year.
I hope so.
The crazy one is Evolution
stage too.
Yeah, nah, but they'll drop for it. They always do. Like it doesn't. It not to say it don't sell out, but it's like they'll always have some people that like will not show up. They'll buy a ticket and not show up, and then they know that they really not gonna come, so they'll keep spaces open for that. Because I haven't been able to get into NXT on the floor for like $100.
Really?
Yeah, straight. I don't think I've paid over 120 for a seat at NXT.
Yeah, modern
like
yeah. And I'd be like a few rows away from Booker T. Like I'd be just enough to where I'm not on camera, and I'd be like, I'm gonna get there one day though. I'm gonna pull the trigger one day and just be sitting right there, just doing dumb faces, just
and live forever, man. Live forever on Peacock or whatever the WB network looks like years from now.
Yeah. Nah. Ironically enough, well, NXT is gonna be back in our hometown. I think July 22nd. I saw that.
I was just laid off from my job. I don't have those activities no more. So TK, I need tickets.
Tickets. Can I make a request?
To me?
No, like just to can I make a request for Great American Bash?
Yeah, text her.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know why you did. Yeah, especially. Yeah, I'll tell you about when we get off because we did.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So let's keep it pushing, man. So if you watch Kayfabe, please go back and check out the Kayfabe draft of 2025. Man, myself, Deonne, and Honey, we had a 5-round draft of who would be going over to which brand. Deonne was Monday Night Raw. I was NXT, of course, because I am Mr. NXT, and Honey was doing Honey Night SmackDown watch along. So, of course, she was on SmackDown. Watch that. It has its entire own playlist just for the draft because, one, we thought the draft was going to be here. They said the draft wasn't going to be here. Now, apparently, the draft is back, and it's going to happen later this year. Now, no official date for the draft, but they have announced that the draft potentially will be making its return, which they also said about something else that we'll talk about in just a little bit. But thoughts about the draft coming back?
Yeah. Let me see. If you manage to make the SmackDown tag division kind of spread out over the Raw, because basically it's the New Day, the War Raiders, the Judgment Day, and me, you, and whoever else is like thinking about catering, but ain't really trying to really hit on catering.
So you're not gonna mention like that? That's messed up.
I ain't missing who?
American Made. That's how we doing now. Damn, we're not gonna mention
the Creed, brother.
We're not gonna mention the Creed,
brother. The Creed should have been tag champs, like legit tag champs. It ain't happened yet. I don't know when it's gonna happen. But okay, so there are 4 tag teams, and apparently there's maybe a 5th if how Kofi was talking slick about Jey Uso turns into Usos versus New Day versus 379. Which guess what? I'll be here for. Like they can do that chicken and roll, they can do that Peter Griffin roll and chicken shit. I'm there every single time, But no. The draft is going to be interesting if they pull it off right, mainly because the tag division on Raw needs a reshuffle. The women's division, top to bottom, whether it be NXT or on the main roster, is so loaded. So loaded. And dare I say, one brand might be more top heavy than the other. So you have to make some moves there. Main roster, I think if there's only one thing that needs to happen is that we need, and I refer to him as the Yadadami heavyweight champion of the world, the aka King Booyah Tribe, aka Mr. Dilated Peoples, Souls of Mischief, whatever Bay Area rap clique you can think of, Jacob Fatu. We need Jacob Fatu on Netflix. Like, that brother is made for Netflix cameras. I'm sorry. The rest, it can be whatever. It could be whatever.
Oh, so that's just that's your top pick for who you.
That's my top pick. If I'm doing a draft in 2025, look, in 2024, it would have been Carmelo Hayes, just like SmackDown did last year.
Yeah.
25. Give me Fatu.
Okay.
Give me Fatu.
Deonne, your thoughts about the draft returning?
Man, I feel like it's really based on like Netflix and USA Network now. Like who moves the needles over there? That's why you got like, Cody's on SmackDown, right? Like that's his show. He has to be there now. I don't know if there's gonna be like a switch up or we'll switch champions for that would be the biggest shift for me. Yeah. If those titles switched brands. I think that could be interesting because you get the main title back on Netflix. So
very interesting.
That would be fun to see. Like Brandon said, the women's division is super deep across all of them. Shuffle that however you want. I can go with any combination of any of those women matches or superstars, however you want to put them together. I'm cool with it. I agree with the tag teams. Raw needs a facelift there because SmackDown is killing on that end. NXT, they're going to probably end up taking a lot of people from NXT again, but there's a lot of people still there. And so they're in good position. So again, I want the two main titles to move, probably for the women's too. Those two main titles, let's just shift those. Yeah, let's flip them. But yeah, it's going to be late this year. It's way past Mania. I think we talked about it, Will, like how we would sort of set up like an end of a season or or a draft at the end of the season or something like that, or before the start of it. And this is kind of falling into what we talked about of like, okay, it might be after SummerSlam before Survivor Series, then road to WrestleMania. Those rosters are locked.
Man, you know what would be? I know they would never do this, but you know what would be crazy? A WWE draft War Games.
Winner gets what?
No, again, you don't know who's in the match. You know it's SmackDown and Raw. And then that's the announcements of who is going to be in this match.
That actually would kill. Because you get full-blown mystery about it, right? Because then you bring on Shawn Michaels as a legit on-screen. No, you wouldn't bring Shawn Michaels. Sorry, you bring Ava. You're like, oh, are you gonna use your nepotism powers to get the best roster now? I mean, again, Nick Aldis is Nick Aldis. I still feel like Nick Aldis and Randy Orton need to shoot the ones. I'm sorry, they need to shoot.
I think you should have it on SmackDown. Somebody was like, "Yo, that should be a WrestleMania." That is not a WrestleMania.
Nah. You need that.
It would have been great. It would have been great for Nick to have it at WrestleMania for him, his career wise.
If Nick wants it, Nick gotta get back in the ring. I need to see Nick Aldis in matches, not just one.
Man, he could do a one-off.
Nah, I mean, look, man, that man's a former NWA heavyweight champion, dog. He was the one putting on long title reigns for Roman Reigns did it. So
he could get one off, man. Give him some respect, Will. Dirty.
Damn. He sipped his drink on that one. Sheesh.
No, but I love this War Games idea because I want NXT to be in some sort of. I want to take it back to when they invaded Raw and SmackDown. Mm-hmm. I know that roster's different, but that was
it's enough. Nah, you say it. This is the time to do it. And if you did it and you let the women lead it,
then we have but just having Oba there, like Oba coming to Raw.
That's see how you're lining it up though now. Like that's how you unfold it. It's like, yo, let the women do it first. So then that way you start getting the ones that need to get established. Then you start having these spots of like a Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker laid out, and you see Oba Femi and Jasper both standing right there, just looking and stuff like that. Like, oh shit. Especially after the match they just had and they working together. Like,
bro. And I know no one really liked bragging rights or whatever it was, but done the right way,
Done the right way.
Thank you.
This could be it. This could be it.
But we had it before.
Including NXT.
Yeah, we had it before. That's why I'm just like, yo, I think this would be dope for the draft. Like, if you include the draft in this, oh my God, people being drafted while these are going on of who's the best of what, and then the mystery War Games match. All I know is this:
it's like Cyber Tuesday.
If I see this, I'm gonna be like, yo, once again, stole my shit. Didn't pay me, stole my shit. But yeah, we gonna see, man.
Another draft, another year, another draft.
Yeah, no, I think that this War Games idea is perfect. But matter of fact, we can't do a WWE War Games. We can't. We have to go old school NWA style War Games. And also, what made bragging rights not work? There were no stakes afterwards. You got the best. You know what I'm saying? We got the best brand. Nah, you should have
it in the name, Brando. It was bragging rights, man. That's what you. That was the one.
No.
But they didn't really brag though. That was the thing I didn't like. Like it's like y'all not gonna brag.
Y'all not. Y'all stop wearing y'all brands t-shirts. Because for a second it was, we wearing nothing but red t-shirts, we nothing but blue. I'm like, it's WWE Crips and Bloods. Beautiful, hilarious, fantastic. But if you were to go ahead and say, yo, whatever brand wins this event, they get number 30 in the Rumble. Or something like that. Or they get more people in the Money in the Bank ladder match, right? Like there has to be an incentive to be like, all right, okay. Because if you're gonna sell the fans on something, you have to make it seem like everybody's invested and everybody's in on it.
What was the PLE where they had to spin the wheel and you got that match?
Halloween Havoc? Because that's like some spin the wheel, make the deal shit.
Was it
no.
Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, something like
or something like that.
Yeah, but it's something like that. But think of like, no. Better example. The winners. Let's say if the winners of like bragging rights was like a 10-man match. Whichever team win, it's like, yo, you got a whole thing like how they spend to get the number in the Rumble. You'll pool, and then it'll tell you what you get, and then of course, like creative will set it up, but it'll be like, oh shoot, I get a shot at the Intercontinental title next week with whoever is the title person. Same thing with like the WWE champions. Like all of them get a chance to get something that can elevate their career.
Yeah, because I'm even thinking like the winning team, those 5? It's usually 5, right?
Yeah, it's usually 5.
Those 5 have a match at the next PLE, and the winner wins. Again, we can't take money we can't take that Money in the Bank idea away.
Well, you could
have somebody cash in a.
All of you will be
shot.
You'll be in a fatal 5-way for the number 1 contendership.
Just go straight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You face that person at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. I can see it. But we'll figure out what's going on with the draft. Just also announced as well, Triple Mania is going to be this Sunday, I think, the 15th.
Well, one of the Triple Manias. Yeah, this is Triple Mania Regalia or something like that. They do Triple Mania like WWE used to do in your house. But the real super big one is later this year.
That's what I'm about to say. I was like, ain't it a big one? But Vikingo will be taking on Alberto in a rematch for the AAA championship. Quick thoughts on this potential match.
It's not gonna matter because the money feud in AAA is Vikingo versus Dominic Mysterio.
Yep.
Damn right. I mean, if you want to have greatness on your show, if you want your show to be great, why would you not go get the greatest? Just saying.
Yeah, there's money there, man. We saw him in the crowd. I mean, Mr. Iguana, special guest referee.
Hey, yo. You want to talk about somebody who literally made themselves a millionaire on one Saturday? Mr. Iguana, boy.
I don't know.
Once that iguana landed on his shoulder, I was like, contract right now.
Sign him ASAP.
That man shot to the moon, and I don't even think he even know why. He was just out there doing his regular job. Like he was like, "Oh, this is what I do all the time." He
I do this on the regular.
Fans.
I'll just be kicking it. I'll be cooling. What y'all on? What?
Because I saw when he was on Raw and he did like this, and everybody cheered. He was like, "Is that for me?" Like, yes.
That's for you,
Mr. Iguana. That's your bag, baby.
This is for you, sir. Get ready. You're coming to NXT, sir.
Shoot, nah. According to some innuendo, he coming straight main roster because of what the merch he sold on Saturday.
Man, come to NXT though, bro. Come run some, man. Come just run a few. Just run a few, bro. Just run a few. That's all I need. After that, the main roster can happen, man. But
Mr. Iguana versus Ethan Page for North American title for a little bit. keep him away from Javon. Like him and Javon, I don't need both of y'all doing no crazy flippy shit.
Right.
It's got Wesley for that.
Exactly. Deonne, your thoughts on this match?
I mean, we saw that that he lost right before the AAA Worlds Collide show. So Vikingo could have that title and bring it on. But I mean, do we know Del Rio's contract situation with AAA at all? Or because I didn't think, honestly, when he lost, because even when watching it on watching the highlights from that match, when they showed him on Worlds Collide, they did a really good job of keeping Alberto, whatever he's calling himself now, hidden.
Yeah,
like they kept him hidden. There were tight shots. There were like only Vikingo. They did a really good job. But since this isn't WWE affiliated, I suppose this Triple Mania or this event at least, I guess they can do what they want. But I don't think he'll show up on WWE TV. I still hope that that's not a thing that happens in the future.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's why he's at the B Triple Mania instead of the A Triple Mania. But yeah, I think there's a reason they took that belt off of him, and I think there'll be a reason why they keep that belt off of him.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
This is Triple Mania sold out, is what we're going through right here.
Like, all right, let's get through with this so we can finally get the Starcade, man. But in other news, something that we also was told wasn't coming back this year has returned.
Psych.
King and Queen of the Year of the Ring. Wow. I really with all the full confidence too.
You did. I let it land, man.
Yeah. I really went all the way in with that one. And y'all didn't say nothing.
I knew what you meant.
You're gonna catch yourself. It's cool.
Yes. Now we already know one that has advanced in the King and Queen of the Ring. That'll be happening at Night of Champions.
Good win.
Roxanne Perez, of course. I mean, did you expect anything else?
Roxanne Perez.
Good win, man. Good win. Good sneaky win. I love it.
I mean, is it sneaky or is it strategic?
We love a heel doing heel shit to get a win.
No, exactly.
We love a heel doing heel shit to get a win.
There's no rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did her move, and is it her fault it landed?
That's true. That is true. Also, my line of logic with triple threat matches is real simple. Like, why don't you just go have a chair and just have the chair the entire night and just wait for somebody to be slipping, bam, and go pin them 1, 2, 3.
I'm saying, man, and I'm not going to argue of why my client was smart in this fatal 4-way.
Interesting brackets. That's all. Sorry.
So that was what I wanted to bring up too as well. So this is something very new we're seeing. Normally you have one side that is all Raw and then the other side is all SmackDown, and then those two collide at the finals. But instead, I think just because also too that Night of Champions is June 28th and we're kind of in a rush, we've now flipped it to where we're going to have 2 rounds where it'll be Raw versus SmackDown talent for King and Queen of the Ring. Now, want your thoughts on them switching this up. Do you think this is better or do you prefer the other way of the bracket? Deonne, let me ask you first.
So far, so good. It's been It was more fun than just a regular one-on-one. There's a lot of more moving pieces. Again, multi-person matches aren't the easiest to pull off. But this one that Perez won, I enjoyed that match. It was good. It kept my attention. And on top of that, like saying, like you just said, it's June 28th. Like we got a WrestleMania being late. We got to move, man, because everything is 2 weeks apart. It feels like now 2-3 weeks apart at the least.
No, it is, bro.
But this bracket, doing it this way, I'm for it, because now you look at a lot of these brackets, you're like, shoot, okay, if these were one-on-one matches, I could tell you.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but you got all 4 of them.
Yeah, you got 4 of them.
No.
Like, you don't know who can win this one or walk out of it, because a lot of people were betting on Rhea to walk out with this, but things are different. But Brandon, your thoughts on the bracket?
I think that I'm so used to having that traditional format that this gives it a little bit of spice, right? Because it's not like you're seeing the same people that you see every goddamn Monday or every goddamn Friday.
Yeah.
Now, the way it's set up, because I was looking at this, and we haven't even given our prediction on our show about it yet, but that mystery opponent that they have in there, whew.
We'll get to that one. We're gonna get to that one.
Men, oh boy! But the way it's laid out, man, I think we're gonna get we'll get some real heaters before we get to Saudi Mania. What do we call it? What is it? Saudi Mania. Damn, what is it?
That's terrible, man.
Look,
but why shouldn't they not call it that though? Like that kind of goes hard.
Every single
bro, so you wouldn't look up Saudi Mania real quick?
Every single event.
Like, let me see, because you already know the graphics gonna be fire for it.
Look, Crown Jewel. Okay, for real. Crown Jewel is the real Saudi Mania, because that's the one they have every single year, but now they're having Night of Champions there too. This is it's like Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Blue or something like, or Pokemon Silver, right? This is what it basically is. So this is Saudi Mania Ruby, and a Saudi Mania Sapphire is coming in October probably. Right?
Man.
It got such a great ring to it, man.
That works for me, man. That works.
I like going this way. I like going this way, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds, because personally, I think I know who I was going to have my king and queen in the ring.
All right, before we get to it, let's break it down. So we looking at the women's bracket right now. On the left side is Jade Cargill, Michin, Piper Niven, and Nia Jax, who will be in a fatal 4-way on SmackDown this upcoming Friday. Now, who's walking out the winner of that to face Roxanne?
Big Jade.
I got Nia Jax, man. Let's repeat this thing. Let's run it back.
This guy.
Dude, Nia Jax had a hell of a year, man. As soon as this happened, she had a hell of a run.
Okay. So now you treat it like WrestleMania Vegas. All right.
Hey man, put some respect on how would I refer to Nia Jax? Put respect on our Fashion Nova queen, all right?
Look, man, she won already.
And
you got Michin that could get this.
Bret Hart only person won it twice.
All right, that's fine. We'll take Nia Jax just so she can lose to Roxanne. It's all good. I'll take that.
But the winner gets a title match, right? Like that's the goal here.
Yeah, they will be the official.
Who's moving tickets, man? Who's moving tickets that day? Jay Cargill will.
I wish I could play it different now, because the agenda is happening right now. Goddamn, it's happening, baby. Jade Cargill and all 1,900 of her abs is gonna carry that crown into SummerSlam versus Tiffany Stratton, and she gonna win that belt. And then her crazy friend, or her crazy ex-friend, I should say.
Oh my God, that's exactly how it's gonna happen.
With the damn with the damn taser and the goddamn let's say field of
with
glow
the glow switchblade.
Doc, I ain't never seen no Technicolor switchblade in my life until she.
I was like, where the fuck did she get this? Only in Florida would she have.
Only in Florida, mind you. I'm glad she was at the BET Awards because she would have crashed out
even more, yo.
But yes, SummerSlam is the night that our dear great Naomi becomes the WWE Women's Champion. That is how I see this playing out, because now this is how you advance the Bianca, Jade, and Naomi storyline even more, right? Deonne, I'm not sure if you know this, but me and my boy D, we refer to this storyline as Braid of Our Lives. It's the greatest soap opera in WWE right now. Telling you.
I'm so upset that I don't have nothing to combat that, dog.
Look, I got one homie to call it Sisters with Suplexes. I call it Braid with Our Lives.
I have nothing to combat all of that, because I'm like, yo, if there's anything that should happen right now, it is most likely that. Wow.
No, do we have to go over the rest of this? Because I'm already at SummerSlam.
Me too. I'm already.
I don't see no reason to. We can just
we go to the men's. We go to the men's.
We can definitely go to the men's. Men's Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Wow,
we just got off it.
I am everywhere today. But yes, Sami Zayn, Mick Foley Jr. advances in the King of the Ring tournament. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he defeated Penta, Braun Breaker, and the greatest luchador of all time, Dominic Mysterio. But now we have on the SmackDown side this Friday, Randy Orton, LA Knight, Aleister Black, Carmelo Hayes.
Who that match gonna cook?
Who's walking out?
If not now, man, LA Knight. Any opportunity to win a championship, the main title, I'm pulling for him. If it's not this, we got to wait to Rumble, and that might not happen for him. But I'm going LA Knight for that one.
Boza, I'm not nervous about nothing, man. My client's greatness doesn't allow me to be nervous. Okay, you don't stop a champion. Just understand, you will see Roxanne with that belt on very soon. Very soon. So have no fear when I mention that. So you got LA Knight. Who you got, Brando?
I have
for this fatal 4-way.
I have LA Knight pinning Carmelo Hayes. And Aleister Black is just going to be salty. But I really think that the end game for the men's tournament is Sami Zayn putting on for his people, his Syrian people, and winning that crown and facing Gunther at SummerSlam. I saw Deonne. Like motherfucker. Wow.
Brandon, you were so up here with the women's one, man. I gave you that was it. I'm sorry. And the reason why you ain't giving me that again.
Sammy and Gunther is because of who holds the men's briefcase. I don't think on both ends, the men's and the women's briefcase is gonna be a long situation. I don't think they're gonna hold it for very long. I think they're gonna pick their spots, and all roads end with Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Champion again. And it's Sally him gonna cash on Sami Zayn. My initial thought for this, you know what I'm saying, was gonna be, Jey Uso versus there's gonna be Jey versus Sammy. That was my initial thought until Monday happened.
If y'all ever want the definition of sheer disappointment, please go back and watch as
that man was deflated.
Everything dropped. Like everything, just all disappointment just came into him. And I feel the same sentiment because that is the most bullshit story you have ever mentioned. No one wants that. No,
brother.
if I'm just being honest, no one. That hometown advantage is not high enough to make that happen going into SummerSlam. I'm sorry, Gunther versus Sammy at SummerSlam is not the big ticket. It's not the big ticket. Because for me, I think but I do believe what you're saying as he goes to the finals. I do believe that because I think Carmelo Hayes is going to win this and he's going to take an L to Sami Zayn.
You know what? And with the beef or the heat that LA Knight has on him now since he showed up on Raw,
Carmelo Hayes is going to sneak this one.
There's a shot.
Yeah. I can do. All right. You know what? I almost forgot what happened Monday in that LA Knight. For some reason, when he did this and he did that, I'm like, brother, what you want to say? This, brother, what kind of West Coast production shit are you on right now? Talking about this? Wait, trying to go from 3 to 2. Like, why can't you just go like that? You ain't German.
I was pretty conflicted with this bracket too because Cody's on the other side, and I'm like,
oh god,
wait a minute.
Cody, Priest, Andrade, Nakamura. You have you clearly have two that we know not going to
win for sure. unless this mystery opponent sort of plays in, whoever that might end up being.
Okay,
and they get a shot.
Let's drop it down. So added to this is they're going up against Sheamus, Rusev, and Bronson Reed. That's just big back city right there. That's big back metropolis.
How Booker put it whenever overfit me in the ring.
No bread, no water, just meat.
And my pick for the mystery opponent for this match,
do the right thing,
is King Crash Out himself, Ilya Dragunov.
See, Will, you're gonna love my pick. You're gonna love mine.
I'm here for it.
I thought we was all on the same page, but all right.
You know where mine's going.
Well, man, take me home, man. Take me home.
Oh, I don't know if you want to know it.
Man, let me know it, man.
When is this match? Next week?
Yeah.
Where at? We know at all?
Let's see.
And somebody fly Goldberg to wherever that is. Straight to the moon. Straight to SummerSlam.
You know what? Look, you guys had a great. You guys have a great podcast. I appreciate you, but I'm logging out.
Like what are we doing right now, bro?
I don't need to see William Scott Goldberg in this.
Why not?
Because then what the fuck you bring Rusev back for?
So we really not gonna
you dead ass shitting on Rusev, Bronson Reed, who just came back and established himself as a super muscle heel. And
do you bring Roman back for this? But he's not on Raw. Well, yes, he is.
He's a floater. Is Roman PTO up yet? Is he still filming that movie where he's like a cashmere cat that is also like a
I think it's done, right? Yep.
It's not yet. Not yet. He's coming back at SummerSlam.
There's a lot of complications. There's a lot of.
So we really not gonna say the real person that's gonna be on here.
Who?
Ron Killings, bro. Ron Killings is going to win King of the Ring. Think about everything John said about him and about how you're never going to face me ever again. I'm done with that. What better way to do it? This is the closest. Ron Killings is close to that title as he's ever going to get. And you and I both know if Cody does not win this, because that's the one that would really win King of the Ring if we talk about right now. If he don't win that first match and he doesn't win against Ron Killings is winning King of the Ring and getting his match with John Cena at SummerSlam.
I thought he was going to get the match in Saudi, but it's going to be Cena versus Punk. Okay. I will say my thoughts on this for when we actually get into the whole super comeback.
Yes.
I'll put a pin on that for myself.
But who do you think overall is winning? Deonne. You said Goldberg.
Kiss my ass.
Hey man, that music drop and you see him walking from that locker room. Tell me the excitement won't get into your bones.
You know why I don't like it? One, because of the Ron Kelly scene. That's really the only reason why I don't like it.
I got you.
Why it makes so much sense though? Look who's in the match. Those would be some of the greatest looking spears to get taken by.
To those big boys.
And I'm like, I don't like
it. Look, just because this would be quite literally Big E's wettest dream of a pro wrestling match does not mean it needs to happen. It's big meaty men bumping meat. I know it.
If I'm picking a winner, damn man, I'm still pulling for LA Knight to be in some sort of major title hunt, man.
Meat.
Yo. Big E's wet dream sounds like a dish somewhere. What the fuck?
It is wettest.
Yes, Alan. This is live.
It is the squish Lil Wayne talk about on the hip hop record. Ricardo 6.
Okay. Final pick. I'm not. No. Final picks on who's winning King of the Ring, or if you're saving it for the mystery partner.
Let me get that.
Oh man, we didn't think about that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Whoa. You know what? This changes everything.
Both, yeah.
Joseph went full goddamn Roddy Piper. Just when you think you know the answers, he changed the questions. Boy,
listen, man. The summer of El Grande can never fail you.
Look, after what happened in LA at Worlds Collide and at Money in the Bank, oh God.
This was up in there, y'all. I don't know. I've been thinking.
Can you imagine the amount of booze and bullshit if you send El Grande Americano to Saudi Arabia?
Well, he wasn't. I know they were just in LA, but he did say, well, nah, Chad Gable, my bad. Two different people. Anyway. But I think it'd be okay.
Let's just say I'm glad he's going over there to Saudi in 2025 instead of 2002. I am glad that he is not on a tribute to the Troop show when there's an active war still going on.
But he would be
LA Knight. I'm picking LA Knight. I'll pick LA.
Okay. LA King is what you going with. Got you. Brando, who's winning King of the Ring?
You know, the El Grande Americano thing, aka the Big American, as it's translated out to be, has me. I gotta think about this one a little bit now because I was liking Sammy, but then that would also put. Let me think. That would also put LA Knight in the crosshairs of John Cena. So you get and technically they'd had a little bit of a brush up in which LA Knight wants to earn his respect, not like just be given it to him by Cena.
The promos would be insane.
They would be.
Is it any title though too? The world title?
I think it's on your respective brand. Yeah,
it's the title.
So, okay.
It's the title. The page is one. Well, I'll be damned. I'm still going Sammy. Just because you have, you gotta have somebody for going through outside of Bill Goldberg. You gotta have somebody. And basically, what better person than the person that Gunther last took for granted in a big time match and got him and caught himself slipping on to the point where that person pulled out a goddamn brain buster on his ass from the top rope.
And I don't want that no more, man. Nobody wants that.
But you don't. That wasn't his fault, man. And you don't need a title for that match, though. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You don't, but again, Sami Zayn is on the same path where he's like, yo, I'm going to be World Heavyweight Champion. And I'm like, he's due. He is due. He's due just like LA Knights do.
Oh, no.
No.
Nah.
He's due.
No. But shout out to my client Roxanne though for advancing and becoming Queen of the Ring. Looking forward to seeing you rocking that crown. But let's talk about another return that has happened. Bayley's back.
Yamala.
Good old Yamala, man. Now I gotta ask the question. Thoughts on the return, and do we get Bayley versus Becky at Night of Champions?
Absolutely.
We do. I wish it were SummerSlam because that kind of like ties together two big returns in one, because it was Bayley who came back from her big injury at SummerSlam after a Becky match, ironically enough. And then Becky made her big return at SummerSlam after having a baby, after having a little Rue at SummerSlam at the expense of Bianca Belair, but you know.
See, here's my thing though. This could still happen because you about to get this, I feel like, a couple of times maybe.
Oh, yeah. They don't stretch this.
You can get a series out of it.
Yeah.
Solid series.
And then also, too, if we don't get it at Evolution, you can get a triple threat match with Lyra involved as well.
Yes. See, we here. I like that. The eventual triple threat is gonna happen because the way Lyra was looking like, hey, Bayley, I was trying to get my own lick back. I ain't was
what you doing here?
What you doing? Like she came like top diesel ready to. I'm like, hold on, bird lady. Whoa. Slow down. Ease up.
We got a good story going here, though. I like how, because when the whole Mania thing happened with Becky and Bayley, or Bayley getting, not a part of Mania, you're like, oh crap, this is gonna stink. You're like, I don't know about this. But now seeing, you just gotta give it time, right? Like everything, give it time. Bayley's back. We knew she'd be back, and we knew she'd be after Becky because Becky said that she took her out. And now there's beef with her, and there's potential beef between Bayley and Lyra. You get a one-on-one match, and then that one-on-one match turns into a triple threat, and we're looking at a SummerSlam's 2 nights. We need star power both nights. So let's triple threat that sucker at Mania, and yeah, super happy to see Bayley back too.
Indeed, man. I'm glad to see these two horsewomen going at it. You question sometimes if it's gonna work or if it's going to be like, okay, y'all just kind of put this in our face, and it's not. We ready for this. We are definitely ready to see these two go at it. But same sentiment as Deonne. Glad to have Bayley back. Other question I have: where is Io? Where is Io? Because Io has not defended her title since WrestleMania. It is June.
Wait, yeah?
Nope, there was not a title defense. She was tagging with Rhea to go up against the makeshift tag team, the Will They Coexist squad of your clients, Miss Perez and Julia, who is now on SmackDown.
This is true.
And Io just been in the back enjoying good food, watching Kairi Sane cook for the last 2 weeks because Kairi Sane getting the legs back. I don't know, because it's a weird thing. It's like, okay, so what is there for Io to do? Like who
is? Yeah.
Thank you. Who is next up for the Genius of the Sky?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Now, Will, I will say this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, like, you talk about box office, you talking about something that's gonna make you some real money for SummerSlam. and it's gonna have Booker T and everybody else losing their damn mind. I can't believe I'm fast tracking it so fucking quickly.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? This is what you do when you pie. When you feel the energy, you start saying shit. Io Sky versus Stephanie Beck. I'm saying, how did Nikki Bella? I can't even say how Nikki Bella said because that's just offensive.
I don't even know how she fixed it to say that.
Not gonna lie, change the channel. So where I left Netflix.
Man, okay.
Stephanie Beck versus Io Sky.
I'm not mad at that, but I do gotta ask this. Was I the only one that just like I feel like I missed out on the Nikki train because I don't get it. Like
she had a good run when she took it seriously.
That's what I've heard. I've heard like she had a fantastic run, but I'm just like,
yeah.
Like apparently, like she's influenced a lot of people. Like when I really went like looked her up, I was like, oh snap, she's done a lot. But it's like, why does she not register?
It was that tail end, man. Like it was after when was it? Was it really before the Four Horsewomen really got like hot?
Oh yeah, it was way before. You know what it was? It was during that John Laurinaitis era. I don't remember none of that.
She was dating Cena too at the time too. So
I sadly do. Yeah. Okay. So the Nikki Bella. Okay, actually, you're the good in the ring Bella twin. That was, I want to say 2011 to 2012. And it slowly kind of started like, upticking up. You're like, all right, cool. I think she kind of got something. Then Mania 30 happened. You're like, okay, all right, getting somewhere. We ain't got to put her in no battle royals. And then finally she broke through as the longest reigning Divas champion. You're like, wait, are you a workhorse now? What the F is going on?
I can remember some of her matches. She had some good ones with Naomi. And like she improved so much. Like she took it seriously. She honed her craft. She had a really cool finish that she had to change.
I
but
remember none of this.
She was good, but she wasn't never my favorite to watch.
Deonne, I don't like you, dog, because you spoke his name up, and now per body slam, your boy's gonna be back on Raw Monday.
Say what now?
Her body slam net. Goldberg is reportedly set to return next week on Monday Night Raw, with speculation that he could be coming for Gunther.
So you getting the Night of Champions?
So he ain't coming to Atlanta to finish his last match. That's fine. Those tickets are super expensive anyway.
That's crazy. They took the title off Jay just to do that.
What did I say to you as soon as it happened?
I told my man earlier today. I asked him, where are the two places in the world that Goldberg is actually popular? Atlanta, Georgia, and Saudi Arabia.
That's gonna be a big crowd. That's gonna be a big crowd, bro. That's way bigger than Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, you're not doing it in the stadium either.
Yeah,
they're at Mercedes-Benz doing a Saturday Night's Main Event like WCW decided to do a Nitro for freaking free in July '98. That's why they don't exist now. But I digress. Point is, back on Nikki Bella. Yeah, she kind of became jokingly the queen of strong style because of the rack attack finisher. So
yeah,
and also, there's a segment of people who love Total Divas to the point where it's like, nah, like I like watching her cook. I like watching her do shit. I like watching her make it happen.
Man, that's such a fog to me, man. Like I'm really trying to think of that stuff, and I'm like, bro, it is not coming up. Like I remember when they revealed they were twins. And I remember, I remember this happening and her having some championship runs, but for the life of me, I cannot remember the championship runs.
Yeah, she had one. It was
now she had a couple. I remember. I'm like, yo, I remember she had a couple. I remember her turning on Brie with Stephanie at SummerSlam.
Okay, that match doesn't get enough credit. I have gone back and rewatched that one multiple times. Stephanie as a heel wrestler is the best thing. She nails that pedigree every single time.
That was the only, and again too, that's kind of after Nikki left though. Like that's when she made her comeback for the first time with them too, and had her run. So I don't know, but I guess I get it. And then also too, just like we'll talk about it in a second. But EO, defend your title. Let her defend her title, not just
for right now, man.
Man, they got somebody over there, bro. They got somebody over there she can challenge. Like, let her challenge live on Monday Night Raw. Do an open challenge. Do an open challenge. Be like, yo, I want to challenge somebody tonight. And an open challenge. I think that'll be dope. Yeah, I just want to see that, bro. Like, I haven't seen that in a while, man. I need to see that.
The crowd with her. She gets pops. Like her music hits. It's
yes,
comes off.
That's why I'm like, why are we not showing her, but you keep giving us Rhea? I'm like, yo, EO pops. Like, let her come out.
Because EO, much like Cody Rhodes, not EO. Rhea, much like Cody Rhodes, is a champion for a certain 18 to 34 demographic.
Look, man, I'm gonna say
wait a minute now.
Right? Like, that's first off. That's all. I get where you know they targeting. That's fine, but hey, you don't have to say that like that.
Hey, was John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania not for the 18 to 34 demo heavyweight championship of the world?
That's that though.
Mm-hmm. And you realize the only time that our queen Bianca Belair ever got booed is in a situation,
which is wild,
next to that very hipply Aussie woman.
I still haven't forgiven the ICW for that, IWC for that.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't forgive their musty asses for that shit.
I like y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Like, how the fuck can you boo Bianca Belair? Like, come on, bro.
Them people.
That's like booing Rey Mysterio, man. You can't do it.
I mean, you can do Rey Mysterio.
Wait a minute. Time out. Rey Mysterio is a bad one because he turned into a deadbeat dad. But it's like who would that be the equivalent to? Sting?
Yeah, you can't boo Sting.
Yeah, you can't boo Sting.
Even in the misguided heel turns, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, you just like, all right, Sting, we get it. You lost it. We still gonna
never boo Sting in my life.
Never.
Like booing Sting was like it was like defending Kanye when Kanye was not like, fully off the deep end. Like, I'm talking like you defending like 2015-ish Kanye, like Yeezus tour yelling on stage Kanye.
Yeah, couldn't defend Wolfpack Sting. I had to let that go.
Nah, we definitely was like, well, he's out here wrestling. That's a thing that he does.
But hey guys, he still has a job. He still works here. You like that, right? Right?
He still comes out. Yeah, he comes out from time to time.
You can sell red masks now. Red masks. I sell those now.
Again, it's not like he's gonna speak for 18 months because that's what he did not do in the initial NWO versus Sting feud.
Yep. But man, moving on with other news. The match we should have got at Money in the Bank. So my timeline can stay correct, but whatever. John Cena, CM Punk, one last time. Night of Champions, Saturday, June 28th. Thoughts on this match happening in 2 weeks?
So you don't give this match a 2-week build. You don't. Do I get the morality play that John Cena is trying to do here? Talking about you're gonna have to, if you talking about being a monster, you're going to have to break all your moral code to come chase me halfway across the world.
That's good.
Yeah, I get it. That's some good shit right there.
That's good though.
But dog, this is SummerSlam night 2 to me, dog. This should be a MetLife with Cardi B on the call, talking about John Cena and in that thick ass in that thick ass action she got. That's what it should be. It should be that. Like, you want to know something? That John Cena, he gets on my fucking nerves. Like, I need her to get in that real deep Rosie Perez white man can't jump bag while talking about this match, right? But we ain't getting it. We getting it in Saudi, and I'm like,
Okay.
all right. If this is how we end up, if we get a Ron Killings King of the Ring victory, that means you tell me you getting John Cena versus Ron Killings at MetLife Stadium. Then, and only then, am I going to say that John Cena dropped that belt to Ron Killings.
I'm telling you, it's the perfect time. And this is the only reason why I say that, because I have a plan. I have a plan. And it has to do with dang it. I need to know what's next on here. It all has to do with this. John Cena has woven something together that everyone's not catching. So we know R-Truth is gone. Ron Killings is here. Here's my thing with this. I think Ron Killings is going to win King of the Ring. I think he's going to go to SummerSlam. I think he is going to beat John Cena for the WWE Championship and become WWE Champion. And the reason why is because this happened. Okay? Because this happened. We had the most popular star had this belt for 51 days. 51 days. Just so we could get this. And you know what's going to happen? This dude right here is going to dog walk this dude. Okay? And beat the shit out of Goldberg. I mean, beat the brakes off of him. Because this dude is where it's at right now. Want to know the reason why that's going to happen? Because he is going to beat John Cena for the title. And then guess what John Cena is going to do? John Cena wants competition, and he's going to challenge for this title. And he's going to beat Gunther for this title. Why? Because John Cena wants competition. How many times has he been saying that? What greater feud and promo to get ready than John Cena versus Gunther? That match is going to be ridiculous. And it's going to be a Clash at Paris. And John Cena is going to become 18-time world champion and ruin wrestling even further. And then he's going to shake his own hand.
So where are we? I don't know where we are. So because you booked the whole year just then.
I'm just throwing it out there, y'all. But this is what we was talking about.
Okay. We still got stuff with the briefcase, so anything could happen there too. Still, so I keep forgetting about that, honestly. But this match here, how many weeks was the bill for Randy and Cena? 2, 3, maybe 3. So they're still short.
Yeah.
So they're still relatively short bills for this. Again, this schedule has been wild since post WrestleMania, just because how late it was. I love the story of this. I love the story of, like, you said you never go, you do all this, you want this title, you got to follow me over here. That's a well-played hand, man. That's a well-played story to, again, we know real life, we know our kayfabe life. For kayfabe purposes, this is amazing. Your morals and whatever, forget those. F that. You want it? I'm over here. I'll see you there. I'll be there. Will you be there?
I mean, I get it. Here's the reason why that kind of loses its luster for me.
Really?
Because it's something he already said. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. We know how big that check was to go to Saudi.
Of course, but
we know how that check looked.
Is that money corruptible enough to?
Bro, they have
morally?
They have a Dragon Ball Z theme park in Riyadh.
Well,
them zeros dumb on that check. Dumb. No, this is a John Cena match. Bro, you know how much they charging for this match? The last one?
But again, within the realm of the story, or just story in general, this plays well.
I mean, yeah, it does. Do I care? Not as much, because I know that band got that check. I'm like, yeah, I know you going over there for that check. Why wouldn't you go over there for that check? Now, does the incentive make it even more that it's John Cena for the title? Absolutely. Now, where you put that first or second between the two, that's where the conversation starts to get had. I'm still saying money's number one, because we know about 6 to 7 zeros are on there.
Oh, it's a good payday.
That's a big check. That's
main event, Night of Champions, John Cena.
For the last time, just saying. But let's talk about Evolution 2. Evolution 2 is in July as a part of the Atlanta Super Weekend that's coming. I just want to know from y'all, we do you think what we saw from Monday night with Nikki Bella returning and the incident she had with Liv Morgan? Bella's versus Raquel and Liv for the championships.
You know, traditionally, it is the weaker of the two calling up the better of the two to come back for one more go, right? So they did this kind of backwards, but also, you know, Brie kind of got whatever obligations she got with AEW because her husband works there.
Oh, really? She does? She
not signing
whatever obligations. I'm not sure if they're like legit obligations or not.
No, she's not signing anybody.
Okay, she over there.
She. I didn't want to say it's a sidekick, but it's like she comes with the Bryan.
Oh yeah, she comes with the Danielson.
Yeah, like you're not finna not tell her she can't be on there. Like the girl is a legend. Like I said, she's done miraculous work, same as her sister. Like who would not have her on?
Yeah, I just don't want to hear that theme.
You get it, but you can't touch.
No, not that one. Not that one. Thank you. I don't want that whatsoever. And yes, Cedric, yes, R-Truth do got the Norman Osborn, the black Norman Osborn fade. He do.
Bruh.
He do.
Cedric, if you'd like to join us, you know where we usually at. I will if you want to, I will send you the link to join us. You just let me know. But I wanted to talk about that because
but yeah, no. I don't want to get you too sidetracked. Let's finish off about Evolution. Yeah, we're probably getting the Bellas versus Liv and Raquel for them tag belts. The card itself is gonna be spectacular. I'm low-key excited and also like shocked that we got more build up and more runway for Evolution in Saturday Night's Main Event than we do Night of Champions.
Night of Champions, yeah.
Yeah. But Deonne, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Brie and Nikki becoming the women's tag team champion?
Oh man.
Hey man. Alimony got paid for itself somehow, dog.
I don't.
It sucks for Nikki. I know it sucks. Like, how the heck you gotta pay child support?
I mean, you get used to a certain way of living, man. But anyway, it's the custom. You get a certain customs, you know. I don't think they should win it. I think Liv has been killing it. Raquel, I want more from Raquel, man. There needs to be more from her. But Liv Morgan is moving that needle. Just her with Dirty Dom too. So yeah, I don't think they win it. I think it's a good match to have them back. But this is a new time. It's hard for me to say this is a new time, but I got Goldberg winning a championship this year.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's why you're making this selection? Because you're
very hypocritical of me.
Oh God.
We already got one that's doing too much, so let's let that one happen, and the rest.
Yeah. So, but here's my question. Speaking of Evolution, Councilman, this is about your client. Is your client going to jump that blonde woman from New Jersey out of her own group?
I don't understand why y'all would even be accusing my client of these things. First of all, my client is only here to help the Judgment Day. All right. She has been having conversations with Finn. I've had conversations with Finn. First of all, this is a great mentorship for her to be under because Finn has a whole bunch of history and a whole bunch of knowledge to help teach my client. And all that he asks is that she look out for Raquel and Liv. That's all that she's been doing. Okay. Like, let's look at the match that they had for Queen of the Ring. What did she do? Kyrie went for the pin off Liv, and she saved Liv from being pinned. Is it her fault that Kyrie didn't kick out when she grabbed her? Absolutely not. So I don't understand why people are trying to turn my client into a Jezebel. Okay? My client is of no such. She is here to do one thing only, and that was to look out for Liv and Raquel. It is not her fault that they are not allowing her to do what was requested of her. And her agreeing to it. Like, she brought Dom Nuggies, and everybody want to focus on that. She also brought Carlito a bag of apples. No one talks about the bag of apples, though.
Carlito got that bag of apples, then took his PS5 and left. Ain't no PS5 in the clubhouse no more.
If Carlito contract really expire and that PS5 ain't there no more in the segments, I'ma laugh
it wasn't there Monday. They've been there 2 weeks. That man
hilarious.
I gotta see that. I gotta see that. Bro.
That's the blackest shit I've ever seen.
I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I'm about to make
man said, "Oh, I'm gone." Shit, ain't nobody playing PlayStation. Ain't nobody playing WWE 2K25 on my phone.
I'm gonna have to make a video of that, Brad. For real. But like, this man really took his PlayStation and went home. Wow. Nobody plays PlayStation. But yeah, Deonne, what's a match at Evolution you would like to see with all the stuff that's currently going on? Which match would you say would be great to add to the Evolution 2 card? Especially being in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think Jay has to be on the card in some form or fashion.
Okay.
Against who, I'm not sure. I don't know if her and Naomi run it back here, but I think that match would destroy Atlanta. Like, I think that would kill on an Evolution card.
Jade versus
Naomi. I think that would kill on an Evolution card. I don't know if it's too soon after May. Well, I don't know. I feel like that beef is still there, man. Like, I don't care if Jay did win the match. Like, Naomi ain't done.
We need a stip. We need a stipulation for that. Like, last woman standing or something.
Yeah. So I think for her, I think that's that one person or those two people who need to be on that card the most, and just put them together, man. I think that'd be fun.
We're already getting a generational match in the Bellas versus Raquel Rodriguez, aka Gasolina Diesel, and
Gasolina Diesel
and Liv Morgan. The one match I probably want to see, give me Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss. Julie versus Zelina is definitely, I know that's happening for shit show.
Ooh, boy, that's Evolution.
Oh, that's happening for shit show. But no, I want Charlotte versus Alexa for one reason. Because
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
God damn it. Technology is a motherfucker. Because I want Charlotte versus the lady with the doll. Okay, cool. All right. I want Charlotte versus Alexa because it plays into this whole crash out mode that Charlotte is slowly going into. Because again, Charlotte is off her square. Like, she's the greatest women's competitor that WWE has all time if you do like the math numbers and feuds and big time matches, but as a character right now, she's lost.
For sure.
And after being, I must say, she thinks she can play these I'm still the best, I'm still the biggest head games, and Alexa's like, oh, you don't want to go there.
I sunned you the
You
last
don't
time
wanna go
when I
there.
squared up.
You don't want to go there.
You don't want these problems. I would definitely be open for that. You know what I want to see? I want my other client. Give me Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the title.
Bringing Trish to
Why you act like Trish still can't go?
No, I'm just saying, like they were in a tag team just recently, right?
I know, but it could be a respective type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shake your hand sort of deal at the end.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
yo, like that's a dope generational match.
Yeah. All right. I got one quick pivot for the both of you. Who is one legend that you want to see on this card?
Victoria.
Yeah. You took the words out of my mouth.
That's what I was.
We're in unison. We are in unison. See me with my hands up? We're in unison. Because
that Widow's Peak move was just good grief,
as
man.
much as I like Kelly, Tori Wilson, Stacey Keebler can pull up for all I care, but it's Victoria. It's Victoria. I don't even need to see Ash. I know they might even slot some TNA folks in there. So hey, if Ash by Elegance wants to pull up and do a tag thing, sure.
Listen,
I honestly, I want Marsha Slamovich to go up against somebody on whatever would it be main roster or NXT. That's what I want to see. Why you got that face? Why you got the face, brother?
I don't know if that's Evolution card worthy just yet. I'm just throwing it out there. Throwing it out there. You know. But I would, you know what? No, never mind. I take it back because you did come up with this. I wouldn't mind that. Now that y'all say that, I wouldn't mind a Masha versus Nia. I would definitely mind that. You know who I wouldn't mind seeing come back either?
Who?
Gail Kim. I don't know. I ain't got to be for a match, but like Gail Kim at Evolution.
Because how she got done by TNA was kind of dirty. I understand. I feel you on that one. I feel you there. We do know that we are getting. Do you think we're getting the former Mariah May her first match?
Well, we're gonna talk about that because we do know of one of the matches that is officially on the Evolution card, and that is the NXT title being put on the line. JC Jane will challenge one of these people. Oh, dude, is not in here. Ain't that by the biscuit? Wow.
I can tell you.
No. We visuals around here. We visuals around here, bro. And I had it up. Please excuse me. Just 1 second. We have it right here. There are 4 eliminator matches that are going to be had on NXT to determine the number 1 contender. And let me tell you something. This is uncalled for because besides Zarya and Thea Hale, none of these other women can take L's right now.
All right. Okay, let me see.
We got
we
got Lash Legend versus Kaylani. We have Saria versus Izzy Dane. We have Thea Hale versus Jada Parker and Lola Vice versus Jordan Grace. And the winner of each of those matches will go on to a fatal 4-way to determine who is the number 1 contender that will face JC Jane at Evolution.
Okay.
I got Lash Legend, man. Pretty much, she's from Atlanta. I'm doing all hometown people, man.
That's all he got for it. That's all he got for it.
Hey, man,
doing hometown, man.
All right. So my brain immediately starts leaning into that dichotomy of like who is a heel, who is a face. I don't think Jordan Grace needs to be challenging for that title no time soon because he literally just challenged Julia for it at the last at Battleground. Lola, okay. Let's see. Thea Hale, I thought her time to have that title, at least for a little bit, was when Roxanne still had that belt. Lonnie Jordan, what color braids she gonna come out with this go around? I don't know, but
Not too much on Kaylani, bro. Not too much on Kaylani.
I'm not hating. I'm appreciative, very very appreciative.
Okay, sure.
Zarya versus Izzy Dane. That's definitely gonna be a Zarya win.
Is it?
I think it is. Unless the culling help, Izzy.
Bro, Izzy been getting in her bag for these last 3 weeks, bro.
That's facts. And Last Legend literally just got a new theme for her solo run that sounds like Chicken Head by Project Pat.
Okay. So just to give this run between Lash and Kalani, who's winning?
Lash.
Okay. Zarya and Izzy. We'll do both of y'all. My bad. All right. Deonne.
I agree. Lash. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Lash as well. Izzy versus Zarya. Deonne, who you got?
Zarya for me on that one too.
Brando?
Agreed. I go Zarya.
I'm going Izzy, man. They
Really?
on her way. They showing her way too much. Like they doing a lot with her right now. She getting a lot of spots and matches and moving around. Like I think they cooking up something with her. Thea Hale versus Jada Parker. Brando, who you got?
I got the uncrowned NXT Women's Champion, Jada Parker.
Deonne?
Same.
All right, I'm going with Jada P as well. And then Lola Vice versus Jordan Grace. Who y'all got?
Man, Lola had a good week last week.
Yeah.
I'm going with Lola. I'm gonna go with Lola.
I'm gonna go Lola via chicanery. I got Lola via chicanery.
Okay. All right, now we move to the Fatal 4-Way. I know we have a difference in one of them, but in this Fatal 4-Way, who's walking out the number one contender? Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, or Zarya/Izzy?
I gave my pick earlier, man. I'm taking Lash for that one.
Okay. Brando?
I'm going Lola Vice, man. I think what she put in and what she did at Worlds Collide in that spotlight match kind of show like, okay, all right, I think we can do something with you for Evolution, because technically the evolution of the WWE is leaning towards legit athletes who transitioned over. And I think the way Lola has, the way she worked that Jada Parker feud, the way she has carried herself all throughout, like, of all the people in this Fatal 4-Way who like, all right, that's legit, I gotta go Lola Vice, man. This will be Lola Vice doing the evolution. Lola Vice, a pretty somewhat thick human woman in Atlanta, going for a title. Sounds about right. Like, eventually, I thought Lash was gonna get that belt sooner rather than later, and I honestly thought that the moment they broke up the metaphor and Jakara Jackson got released, I was like, okay, well, call Lash up to be Naomi's muscle whenever this Jade shit happened. Tall enough, physically imposing. Let that be the case. But now they're giving her a whole solo run in NXT. So, yeah.
See, here's the thing that y'all keep missing about this. One, my pick is Lola. I think Lola's gonna win. Here's the reason why Lash is not winning this. Lash ain't done nothing yet to get this. You gotta think about everything y'all talking about as far as it being in the meta girls. That's like her AEW career, and now coming over here as a solo person. This was Lash's first match this Tuesday. And if I'm going to be honest, it needs some work.
The finisher alone was a little.
It needs some work, but again, I don't fault her for that, because you're used to being in a tag team. Same thing with Jay. Like, we got to understand, bro. There's not a person there. You got to transition. Also, too, with this happening so quickly, you don't have enough time for people to get behind Lash Legend, the singles star. And then also another thing you don't want to do with Lash, because she hasn't officially found her footing, there is still that high probability that JC retains. And you don't want Lash losing to JC in Atlanta.
That's a
especially
month away, though, man. That's not enough time to help build.
You still got to have these eliminator matches. Then you still got to have the fatal 4-way. That's already 2 weeks. Then you only got 1 more week to face her. So that means you only get 2 weeks of interaction between her and JC. That's not enough for you to get behind Lash to beat her. You need Lash to be able to cook through this with getting JC ready, because you need some of her bully tactics and some of her other things to be able to come out. Because also, too, we don't know if Lash is a heel or not. Because she's also been given very heelish-like tactics, being the bully. So that would be 2 heels
up against each other.
But now you take Lola. Lola right now is that bridge to continue to keep the Latin market coming into NXT, which is what they're very driven and focused on right now. Mm-hmm. And as to Brando's point, her being a hippie Cuban in Atlanta is something to be able to behold. But if someone has to bite the L, it would be better for Lola to take it, because we know it's going to be due to shenanigans. She's going to have a spot on type of match that's going to get people behind her. But we know JC Jane's going to have Fallon Henley there and Jasmine Nix. So for me, it feels like this is the better one, because at first I really wanted it to be Jada. But
yeah, I was going to ask you, like, is there anybody like when you look at Jada too coming to Evolution here in Atlanta, like that would be a big thing for her to win that championship. But would they take that off of?
And that's the thing. So that's the thing I got to ask: is JC a transitional champion?
She's worked hard though, man.
Exactly, 5 years, and we're back to our original storyline,
so hard,
which is the PC run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, I'll put it to you like this:
and survive so much.
Mm-hmm.
When this happened, when they transitioned the title off of Stephanie because they were putting on the main roster and they gave it to JC Jane, I felt like this was a damn title reign soon to come, right?
You know what? At first I thought it was very random, but not really, bro. Because if you think about it, they're always on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Every week they're on TV. Every time, even in backstage segments, they were on TV. They've done the TNA run. Like, JC Jane has been that one lying in wait. She's like, again, like, she survived a lot. She really was like that Miles Bourne of no quarter catch crew. And then when she finally called her shot, she got it. But she's the veteran in all of these people PC wise. So I don't like, it's random because, okay, we got to get this strap off, but also too, it brings it back to where all of these women you see now have a title shot opportunity. All of them have a chance to be champion. When it was Stephanie, when it was Roxanne, you didn't see none of these women beating them.
It was a lot.
Now that that's done, we get back to what we know, and what we know is special in this group. Like, you got Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix on the side trying to help maintain to keep her that championship. You also got that beef between Fallon and JC, which I think will make for an incredible match as well if they allow her to retain it. But I don't think you have her hold this title for 2 weeks and then drop it within, I think it's probably also going to be close to like 40 something days with her as champion. Like, I think with her run as a heel and what they've been doing, I think you give that a little bit more time.
I'm thinking, like, maybe she should retain at Evolution. You know what I mean? Like, she's put in the time. She survived a lot. She's a good worker too. Like, she checks the boxes that you should check for a superstar, right? Or at least for a champion too. She checks it. And now she's front and center in that group too. She wasn't before, which was wild to think too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, transitional champion, I hope not. Just because, hell, that's a long journey in NXT right there, man. Some don't survive that long.
No, they don't. So that's why you need to run. So if she retains, who eats the pin?
Oof.
And that's why I say it can't be Lash with her just coming out.
I mean, shoot, man. Who won't it hurt?
Lola will walk out of there way better with that. That'll get her back in the title picture contendency.
And like I said, she had a good showing last week too.
Mm-hmm. Some of these girls got to go to the North American Championship and grab that. Like Thea Hale would be great for that. I think Zarya would be great for that. I think Kalani should go into the NXT Women's Division and so should the NXT Championship Division, and so should Latch. Along with, we already know, of course, Jordan. So you already see the 4 for 4, because I think that's the dope North American champion,
aka the belt that is for the who.
So yeah, man.
This thing.
Continuing on to NXT. We also had a very impactful debut from Jasper Troy, going up against my other client, the leader of the Big Back Coalition, the Big Back champion himself, Obafemi. It was a good, valiant effort in the ring. You still a bitch for what you did in the beginning, Jasper, but the ruler stands on top. But I want to get y'all initial thoughts on Jasper's debut match going up against the champ.
Dude, it was impressive. It's rare to see, like, I guess, that level of physicality with an opponent with Oba, seeing how physical and how, like, just thick he is. You know what I mean? So, but no, it was impressive. I don't know what my expectations were for it, but once you see, like, the size of both of them, you sort of expect a monster movie, sort of, destroy the city sort of thing. And that's what it felt like. So, promising career, man. I mean, that's his match against Oba right there. That sets the stage for him for a long run, hopefully. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Brando, your thoughts?
It was Corey Graves said it best, man. It was two kaijus fighting.
Oh yeah,
it was basically the video game Rampage in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely kept up with LFG. I tapped in when I could tap in, but to see Jasper Troy in technically his second match managed to literally put the champ on his ass and put him to the brink and put off a spot that I've never seen before, and with that second rope just breaking after he threw him into it, they got something with Jasper. They definitely do. They're gonna run this back, and brother, I can't wait for it. Can't wait for it at all.
Hey man, it was a great showing, great display, and a great debut. There will be an injunction filed for you assaulting my client in the parking lot, but will we run it back? Absolutely. But after we just started taking at least 30% of your wages. You don't do that to our Big Back Coalition champion. That's all I'm saying. You fight him square up, sir. But more in NXT news. Blake Monroe. If you don't know, now you know. Mariah May has debuted on NXT. She will not be going under Mariah May. She also won't be going under Mariah June, which I thought would have been excellent. That would have been just excellent. I don't care what no one says. That is not lazy writing. That is fucking incredible. If she was by Mariah June. But instead, she is now Blake Monroe. Now, she said the reason why she chose this name was by inspiration from her niece. She did this to dedicate to her niece, which is why she changed her name to this. But Deonne, let me talk to you first, because we talked about the vignettes, and we got an incredible vignette to introduce this as well. So I just want to get your initial thoughts on the rollout of Blake Monroe.
You know, I love a good vignette, man. I think that's the best way to introduce a new superstar. The Hunter Hearst Helmsley vignettes back in the day, like the Rock vignettes, the Rocky Maivia training, like those are the ones that you remember. right?
Yeah.
I like this one. I like the sort of I guess the first thing came to my mind was like Bewitched, animation sort of style. No, but with her rollout, I like it. Again, it sort of plays off some stuff from AEW in there, and then some other things in pop culture as well. So it's relevant.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be I think so far it's been a pretty good rollout. The first, seeing her for the first time, not saying much, just closing the show out there. Then next week we see this vignette to get to know a little bit more. We'll get to sort of know what her plans are as we move on. Blake Monroe is dope. She dedicated to her niece. When I saw it before the whole dedication thing, I was like, Mariah Monroe sounds dope too. I like the MM sort of stuff too. But yeah, she's where she wants to be. They're going to give her the full-on presentation that they need, or that WWE is used to doing or known for doing. She's in good hands in NXT to start there. Just waiting for that first match, man. See what happens there.
Yeah. Brandon, your thoughts on the rollout of Blake Monroe?
The WWE loves unisex names. Lexus King is a unisex name. Last Legend is a unisex name. Right?
Is it?
I mean, you had Lash LaRue back in the day.
Thank you very much.
Hey, low-key side mission. I really wanted like the L, but like my name don't start with L or anything, but I wanted those L sideburns, man.
Hey,
damn.
Hey, yo.
Sorry.
Hey, yo. JC Jane, unisex name, brother.
I can see that.
Who else is on that name? Jordan Grace, unisex name, even though it's her actual damn name.
Actual name.
It's unisex, man. They'll get over it. Look, the IWC gonna complain. I thought her name was gonna be Fair February or some shit like that. But Blake Monroe.
February. I'm not mad at that either. Sorry.
Not mad at that either.
Look, Blake Monroe, it's a homage to her niece, and again, the glamour gimmick was already built in from Marilyn Monroe. Mm-hmm. And I've seen people complain like, "Oh, this might be a timeless Toni Storm ripoff." Brother, no. Like, if you did not pay any damn attention to that feud, you know that this was a step above that. Timeless Toni Storm was stuck in a time warp in a 1950s Hollywood. This is modern. This is bigger. This is simple Playboy that you find under your dad's bed. Like, oh shit, this is. Oh, let me thumb through it right quick fast. That's what this is, right? It is something that is gonna stick, because remember when people were pissed off that Walter got his name changed to Gunther?
Yeah, remember those. Remember Twitter on that one.
Exactly. Remember Max Dupree?
I ain't gonna lie.
We had.
I'm just saying,
sorry, Will.
I'm just letting y'all know I still want Walter. I still fuck with Walter. But that Max Dupree, that definitely.
Yeah, we had to talk about that one, Brando. We can allow that to happen.
Me either. That was during the dying days of Voldemort's final days running the company and running creative. Mm-hmm. But again, Blake Monroe, they will be fine. She'll be in the ring. She'll cook in the ring. And basically, this is the fulfillment of a 7-year dream of hers, because she went from fan to actual person who tried out, and then finally was like, you know what? I have busted my ass all over the world, even in AEW, to make a name for myself. And now guess what? I made my dream. I made it happen. And my thing about it is, and I hate this so much for the IWC, mainly because they believe in tribalism. I said this last week. Tribalism is for bench players. Tribalism is for motherfuckers who are literally... No. Tribalism is not for bench players. It's not. It's for people who are actively in the game. If you work for them, if you work for all them companies, for real work for them companies, you get to talk shit. You don't work for all them companies. You just sit here and you watch professional wrestling. Watch it and shut the fuck up.
or don't.
Or don't.
And be okay with it.
Or don't. The fact that you want to fix your stubby little fingers and bitch and complain because somebody actually is living out their dream and actually got to be on your television screen because she wanted to be a wrestler. And just because she's not a quote-unquote AEW lifer, newsflash, none of them people, like very few of them people, I can say never, none of them, but very few of the people over there are quote-unquote lifers. They all came from somewhere. AEW ain't got no power plant.
No
like
homegrown
WCW.
talent. Homegrown talent.
Their homegrown talent are people who pulled up circa 2018 at the original All In, who also worked at other places. Again, MJF is you think he's a homegrown talent? No. MLW had the majority of all that. Like, the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. You can't get mad at someone for achieving their dream and her name's different. It happens. Yeah. We know this. We shouldn't be stunned by this anymore. Rhino is still Rhino, but he changed it a Y to an I. We get it. You know, this is business at the end of the day, too. And she made it where she wanted to make it, and you can't fault her for that. She did what she needed to do. She's Blake Monroe now. Learn to love it.
Yeah. I had somebody on a episode of the Kayfabe Podcast, like, get on that. They was like, why in the world would you say that this is her home, AEW? I was like, she said that she was home. It's not her home. How you gonna tell her it's not her home? I was like, now y'all just doing way too much. It's like, yo, like, she said that I'm finally home. Like, what? Like, honey, I'm home. I was like, what are y'all upset for? Like, dang, it's like, bro, like, y'all really get upset about some of the wrong things that just be wilding out to me. Like when LeBron left to go to Miami and y'all were just like, burn his jersey. First of all, y'all paid almost $200 for them jerseys and y'all burning them. Y'all wild. Y'all crazy.
And then had to rebuy them 4 years later.
Like, he's finally home. I'm like, yo, John Cena was right about y'all. John Cena is right about us.
Y'all came to show up in another man's work shirt. And y'all mad y'all burnt this work shirt up the first time. And now you gotta buy it again.
We ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
If I had a bar in Cleveland, I'd been pissed too, man. This LeBron was responsible for the growth of the economy down there, man.
He literally was a GDP unto himself. That is absolutely true.
But y'all ate though. Why y'all being greedy? Y'all ate. Y'all got championships. Y'all got it. You good?
Well, they got one when you came back, but
you got it.
You got it.
You got it.
I don't know, man. You took some hits those 4 years. Cleveland wasn't Cleveland. Cleveland wasn't rocking like it usually did.
Cleveland wasn't Cleveland like that.
Cleveland won the goddamn draft lottery 3 out of 4 years, dog. Like, some magic voodoo had to happen because they lost the player of all players.
Anthony Bennett, Kyrie. This man went to Miami and took 50 wins with him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Andrew Wiggins. We forgot that one, too.
Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to change a couple of things up real quick because we have a guest. We have a guest. Let's go ahead and change this overlay because, ladies and gentlemen, like, you never know what's gonna happen on the Kayfabe Podcast, and we have a run in right now. Let me make sure I get our stuff right. The mayor is here, and I need to fix all of these right now.
What happened?
I'm changing the layout. I have layouts on my show, man.
I changed my background. I'm like in the living room. Can y'all give me like 5 minutes?
Yeah, okay.
I ain't got nothing. Everybody got something popping behind them, not me.
No, I don't.
That is it.
That is it right now.
I want to come into the room good because this ain't WWT. This Kayfabe. Last time y'all saw me on Kayfabe, I was a little lifted. So let me fix myself really quick. It's like 30 seconds.
Okay.
I'm in the comic book right now.
Let me see. Oh, I was like, wait, who cut himself? I was like, Brandon didn't cut himself off. But yeah, like we said, just a quick little move of everything. and we good. That way, everybody can still see the visuals. We can still be able to chat about
It's live podcast TV here, pal.
Live podcast TV, man. But so my question is to y'all: who is Blake Monroe's first opponent?
Ooh, see, you asking tough shit now. You see, now you podding, boy. Now you podding. Damn. I would probably say, who is the quote unquote hand of NXT? Who is the person that normally is like a vet that gets people over even more? That's the question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I am stuck. I might have to watch Shawn Michaels' video again of all the people so we can guess their names and see who might be around.
Ooh, you know who I would think? And this would be dope. Also, Deonne, I didn't know if you were just standing still or your thing froze.
I had to replug in. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say this man is flawless with the straight poker face because he has not blinked in the last like 45 seconds. But it was you know who I would pick for her to have her first match with? Ariana Grace. I would love for her to go against Ariana Grace.
I like that. I like that one. Either Ariana Grace or I wouldn't say Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley just need her friends. That's not the same thing.
She need a friend. Yeah.
Dang. Well. But not one of the Fatal Influence girls. I mean,
hey, listen.
Maybe
Her versus Fallon Henley?
Maybe Fallon Henley. Okay,
that's the one.
Answer. Fallon Henley's
that's
answer.
The one. We were just talking about that on Courtney's stream. I was like, is WWE petty enough to make Mariah or Blake's first match at Evolution?
See, the only reason why I could see that not happening is because hard length wise, because you got JC defending the title, we already got an NXT spot. And then you got most likely the tag team was on the line with the Bellas. So let's say they've been doing a 5 run for these PLEs. Let's say they give us maybe 6 or 7 for Evolution. I don't know if they're going to use Blake Monroe to be like a premiere of that. Now, I think she has.
Do. Oh my God!
So if they do,
that is the TK.
Okay, so if we do though, let's go there then. If we do though, who does Blake face at Evolution?
That's where I go Fallon, because if the trajectory is JC Jane, I think she'll get her cleanest match out of Fallon.
But now also too, could you see a potential walk-in and then just having the match? Nah. You don't want to waste that. If the way they do it, yet you gotta have a debut. But dang, so you think they really do two NXT matches?
I mean,
unless
would
we
this
have
be
like
like
an open
a
challenge
5-match card too? Like if we're thinking about it, it seems like it's gonna be more than 5 matches.
We're hoping
Soul can do an open challenge.
I wouldn't mind that. But you also got the IC title and the US title. I can definitely see those being defended there.
I was gonna say something flagrant. I'm gonna wait for Friday. We doing run-ins all week. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see the Honey Night SmackDown watch along real close this week. I'm gonna wait.
I feel you. Yeah. I don't know if they save it for Evolution, to be honest. I think you got a lot more in store with Evolution. Because if you don't get Becky versus Bayley at Night of Champions, you definitely gonna get it at Evolution.
Yep.
You don't think that's gonna be a triple threat though? I don't think they're gonna push Lyra out.
That's gonna be at SummerSlam.
We're thinking SummerSlam for that one.
Yeah, we're thinking SummerSlam.
Got 2 nights to fill.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that could be SummerSlam. Because that ain't nothing but a couple of days after.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I think they say you know what it is. I think they save it for NXT and have her match there because that's where she really wanted to be. Like she's campaigned for that so much to want to be on NXT. And so I think you have her first match go on at NXT. Now, could I see her having a match on Evolution? Absolutely. But I think for this sake wise, the impact she has, you definitely have it on NXT. And I'm either going, like I said, Fallon Henley or Ariana Grace. But it seems like Fallon Henley would probably be the best one.
I like the Grace too, because Grace did tweet out something about Blake Moreau saying, like, and finally another woman with class or something along those lines. So it fits character-wise.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you don't know how I get down. I'm dirty. I get down dirty.
You in the face.
It's you in the face.
Grace been in TNA too long. I miss Grace on Tuesday night.
Right.
Like,
I feel like they did that on purpose so we could. Because I'll be seeing her pop up. I'm like, yo, man, when you coming home?
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm just, doing things with my dad. Sorry.
I mean, I get that, but like, man, when you coming back to the house? Like, I ain't see you on Tuesdays in a minute. Like, last time you was just talking to Ava, like, hey, yo, like, what we doing? What we doing? But let's talk about
we really gonna talk about this?
I'm trying. This is not a shot at Jey Uso, by the way. This is just I can't control the laughter.
They choked that man out in front of his seed, son.
Also, this could happen. Oh,
Deonne is the only person that wants this. He's like the only person in America that wants that.
This happened. He got put to sleep so he could get speared. I just want y'all to know that.
You know the cool part about everything is that like I feel like it's over. Like it's like main event Jey Uso. We done with that whole trajectory. The concession speech he gave after the match that everybody posted on socials is like, oh yeah, gone through a real one. My toughest competition. Oh yeah, you conceding right there, bro.
You're going back to the tag team division, and that's sad. That's so sad, yo. I don't know why they did that man like that. I know why. Man, like
with the choke out too, like that's what's crazy. It's like he didn't quit, so it's like, oh yeah, I'm still tough, because I didn't give up. I passed out, but it's like you the champion.
Said he got choked out in front of his seed, son. His boy had to watch his daddy say, "I can't do this no more."
That's gonna start Jace's villain arc, though.
Right. I couldn't imagine watching my dad get his ass whooped or choked out. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying I wouldn't respect him, but I definitely wouldn't move as expedient when he tell me take the trash.
You try your pops after that. Take out the trash.
What did I tell you? Take the trash out? No, you take the trash out.
Take the trash out.
What are you talking to? Hey, I'm talking take the trash out. Quick. I got Gunther on speed dial. Come, let's say that while he.
All the kids at school showing you slobbering on Monday night sleep.
Dude, granddaddy talk about the stink face. You had the choked out faces.
Well, you was in Drool City.
So the last time Jay had to get serious, and I know y'all had the clip of it with the face thing. Are we done with that? We not gonna see him get mad, try to tap into a new level? Nothing.
Here's the thing I talked about when it came to this. Jay became champ at the wrong time. That's the problem. Jay got hot at the wrong time. Jay needed to be hot when we did not have a lot going on. We have way too much cooking. We are in John Cena's retirement run. We have Logan Paul consistently getting better and better, and people saying that he should be world heavyweight champion. You had the tribal chief. You also have Cody Rhodes. You have Gunther. You have CM Punk. You now have the stuff going on with Goldberg. Like, you have tier 1 superstars everywhere. And as I said, this is no disrespect to Jay, but Jay just got to top tier. He just got to the main event. Mm-hmm. We just now believed, and to be honest with you, we still didn't get him to close the show and actually main event WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes can main event WrestleMania. They will put money behind that. They will put money behind a CM Punk closing a show like WrestleMania. Although Jey Uso is right there, he still isn't enough just yet for them to say, hey, I can put all my money on Las Vegas 42. You're closing the show.
Ooh, all right. So
it just wasn't there.
It could get there though.
When
you say Las Vegas again and thinking about him doing that entrance again there in the main event now, like I rebuilt myself to become like here's what needs to happen. And I thought about this because my biggest thing is there's been no Roman interactions at all. Mm-hmm. The whole trajectory. No, like, hey, I'm proud of you, cuz. I'm proud of you. You're doing good. Mm-hmm. If Roman comes back and gives him that, it's like I always knew you can do it type thing. You can be the head of the table just like me. Then I think we build that right back up towards maybe a main event at 42.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's just like I said, right now you have so much going on that he's not the focal point, and he just is not keeping up. And it's not his fault at all. It's just like, yo, like your type of championship needs nurturing. It needs time. It needs to have these things put out. But right now we don't have that. Like we have to put you up against a Seth Rollins. We have to put you up against a John Cena. We have to put you up against a Gunther. And though you have the crowd behind you, the promos are still just getting there. The look is still just getting there. And even the matches are getting a little bit better. But you're still right now, you're 5 moves Jay at this time.
Ooh, all right. So when I thought about this on Monday and I watched it happen, I was like, ooh, the IWC and literally half of the people we follow on the Two Dope Mars podcast, they were up the fuck sets. But I thought about it like this, right? Jey Uso, for the last month and change since he won that belt, has arguably been like Lil Wayne circa 2007. As in, he is positioned to make other people look hot. They put him in this feud with Cena just to elevate John Cena being a heel, right? They put Logan Paul on him to make Logan Paul look like a serious threat to a World Heavyweight Championship, which is likely. It's going to happen one day, right? Cody Rhodes comes back and basically is like, look, the champ's so hot, I'm going to put myself in a match with him against my enemy and this other YouTube dude who I don't really like all that much. They all using Jey Uso feature appearances to get hot. And when it came time for Jey Uso to drop an album, a la this title run, the visual of Jey Uso being world champion hit. The actuality of Jey Uso being world heavyweight champion, that's a whole different story. Because you got him ripping, running around. He got getting chased by Seth, getting chased by Gunther. Everybody wanted a piece of him, and it wore down, right? The story they're trying to tell is that Jey Uso pretty much wore down from holding the crown on his head. And right now, I think there's a redemption to be said there. But I think he could get the belt back again. It ain't gonna be anytime soon because there's Saudiburg business to finish with Gunther and Deonne's favorite Atlanta wrestler.
Next to Cody. So yeah.
What's my man's son's name? One of them chops gonna make Cade feel it.
I'm gonna say Gage gonna feel that. Gage gonna feel that joint all the way in Colorado, dog. That's what's gonna happen. Deonne gonna have to talk to Gage about that damn chop he about to feel.
That man gonna knock the white hairs off that man's chest.
Boza got an interesting stat in here. I love stats. First men's world title to change hands on Raw since Big E cashed in 2021. Yeah. Can I just say this gonna sound very anti-black? I think that's the worst cash in ever. To me. Just because they told us what they were going to do, and I'm like, I want the surprise.
Okay. I was about to say, wait a second. You ain't down for the fact that it was the first time the World Heavyweight title of either variety, Big Gold or the WWE title, transitioned from one black man to the waist of another black man.
I love the history of it. I just don't like the way they did it. Like Big E sending out a tweet and then being like, "Yeah, I'm cashing in tonight. I'm doing this night," and then it's like that's all we expect the whole show, and it actually happens. I'd rather we don't ruin the like we're in the era of ruining the surprise, and I was like, why are we doing that when it's a cash in? So when Bobby got hurt, it's like,
yep.
So what?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I was like, the surprise is taken away. And it's like, well, that's Big E's character. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not.
Y'all remember how hype everybody was when he was on the ladder holding the briefcase? He was doing the bob. I'm like, yo, like, let's hype that up. Like, the coolest part about it was Woods and Kofi running to ringside on the hard cam and celebrating. But outside of that, they could have saved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I think Jey Uso will be fine. Jey Uso via merch, he'll be fine. Like, mind you, this match Monday was better than the first match they had at Saturday Night's Main Event, and it was better than the match they had at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jay on dumbass thought he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna catch Gunther slipping with the sleeper again." Motherfucker, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm like, again, like that psychology aspect of it annoyed the shit out of me while watching. I'm like, keep going for this damn sleeper, brother. No, like, find something else. Find like a short leg Boston Crab or some shit like that.
Maybe a couple other moves to throw in there.
A chicken wing. I didn't say a crossface chicken wing. A chicken wing like Bob Backlund. Something nobody gonna be thinking about.
He took Roman Spear. I wouldn't be opposed to him like doing the guillotine.
But that's the thing too, though. If Jay really want to make this work, one, Jay got to give a fire promo next week. Like, Jay got to have us like, we need it back. Even if it's something where he's doubting himself. But also, too, he needs to start adding move sets in, which I think work well for him. Like, start testing stuff in the ring while we're watching your matches. Give us at least 1 to 2 new things you're going to try out from in each match. So then we can hear Michael Cole or Pat McAfee going, yo, we haven't seen him pull that out of his arsenal. So then that way it starts to become, okay, like your matches are getting better. We're seeing different moves. We're starting to see a story blend in there and not just some of the basic wrestling moves. And again, not calling this moveset basic or anything, but it's like there's only so many times I'm going to see you do a Uso splash and think that's what's going to win the match. There's only so many times I can see you spear somebody or super kick somebody and that win the match. And then when that fails, let me go for the sleeper. It's like,
hey, Gunther Spear was kind of cold though.
Yes.
But for me, seeing that for like the first time from him,
and that don't help.
Again, and Gunther is the most WWE 2K wrestler I've ever seen. I mean, again, Logan Paul, his WWE 2Kism is like, yo, I'm just stealing everybody's gimmick. Like, I'm gonna do Hangman Page's buckshot lariat. I'm gonna come up with this the fire finisher he got, the pulverizer. Like, all right, I'll give you that one. But Gunther says, nah. If I feel like beating you with a chop, I'll beat you with a chop. If I feel like beating you with a power bomb, I'll beat you with a power bomb.
But that's it.
I'll choke your ass out.
But that's just that.
Whatever works tonight. That's what I love about Gunther. Whatever works for this moment.
And he be dog walking. He was like,
but is Gunther a transitional champion though? Because he didn't do anything to get back here. He just fought Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee didn't even sell the match.
Not at all.
Yeah, that got on my nerves too.
That pissed me off so much. I said it like this. I think he won the title so he can do his match with Goldberg because of what we finna talk about. I think Ron Killings is going to win King of the Ring. He's going to beat John Cena at SummerSlam, and then John Cena is going to face Gunther at Clash at Paris, and he's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship to become 18-time champion and shake his own hand.
I like that. If Goldberg win a championship in 2024, I'm not watching Raw the rest of the year.
I promise you, bro.
I'll let you know what happens on this. I'll take over your Monday night show.
Yeah, you'll have to. Like I
Monday night, Deonne.
I can't take that seriously.
Yo, nah, bro. If
You should not.
if
he
he
beat the Fiend, I was hot. I was like, come on, bro.
He up to 20.
he beat Kevin Owens, I was like, what? What are we doing?
No.
The time that this worked was the Brock Lesnar match at Mania. That was the only time you had lightning in the bottom. It was like, okay, this makes sense over this peaks of their career, but like to do it to the Fiend, if he do it to Gunther, I'm gonna be like, man, what's your bag, bro?
Like,
how much they paying you?
Yo, like what dirt you got on some of these cats, man? Who you blackmailing for this to happen?
Clean pinfalls don't come across Gunther easily at all. Like,
nah.
We still question if Sami Zayn should actually have one.
Oh, we talked about
I'm getting around to Mick Foley Jr. getting it. I'm coming around.
I'm telling you, the man used a move only his distant cousin El Generico uses to win that match. Like he had to pull out the goddamn spirit gun in order to win that damn title that night.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the Ricochet move. It's from a spirit gun. I'm talking about literally like an anime motherfucker.
But Lord, dog. And the only reason why I'm saying that is just because, man, I can see it. I can so see it.
Did Goldberg got merch up yet?
Yo,
that's gonna be very telling if he got merch up already.
No. He'll be on Raw. He'll be on Raw Monday
right now.
So because like,
oh man,
to redeem himself in Saudi too, and they do, bro.
This is gonna be fun.
So wait, this not gonna be Saturday Night Main Event?
No,
this
is Saudi Mania shit, baby. This is Saudi Mania Ruby shit. This ain't.
They doing two then.
Nah,
they gonna do two then.
Nah. You would think they would do something here in Atlanta.
I think they're gonna do it in Atlanta.
Then who is he facing at Night of Champions?
I don't think he's gonna be there.
Nah, it's Night of Champions. All titles are on the line at Night of Champions.
And we're determining the King of the Ring winner that night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's to say the winner can't call their shot that night?
That would not be smart if it's a Raw person.
It would not be smart at all.
Oh, no, they can't because the WWE Championship is on the line already. So you could call it there because
this title isn't. So, like, if Sammy wanted to take a shot at
you giving it away that a SmackDown person that a Raw person is going to win.
Okay. All I'm saying is that we got a month until Saturday Main Event.
You know they're going to stack that card just for the fact that Texas all in.
What?
That is true. That is true.
Giving Goldberg a few weeks with that title. Who's that going to hurt, man?
Every goddamn body.
He dropped it in his last match. He drops it in his last match here in Atlanta. Who's that gonna hurt?
And this is
everybody. That's what it's going to hurt. Okay,
it's a nasty
every
campaign.
goddamn
Who's
body.
that gonna hurt?
Goldberg having that belt again is gonna hurt the same way you see a black woman in a Tyler Perry movie. That's how bad it's gonna hurt. All right,
boy, we just watched Straw.
You know how many characters like gonna like lose their edge a little bit just from Goldberg being on Monday night, being like, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna just getting speared in the segment. How old is Goldberg? Like 55?
58, dog.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm wilding. You know what's gonna happen? Goldberg is facing him at Night of Champions. You know who Goldberg's facing at Saturday Night Main Event? Braun Breaker.
That's not happening.
No, I would say the rematch for this would be at Saturday Main Event. Gunther wins it back. Goldberg retires. And
I don't think Braun's at a place where he can carry somebody like that in the ring.
Right. He ain't got to carry him. He gonna carry him to the graveyard. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, what if he do him like
4 minutes? Like, what are we talking about? That'd be last man standing match or anything. It's not a 60-minute match.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up if Braun Breaker go, this is for Brett.
Nah, this from my uncle, motherfucker.
Yo. Oh, it ain't none. It ain't no hearts that can get that lick back, huh?
No. That bloodline is done.
I mean, you got both.
Well, I thought it natty, but I don't know.
TJ's unofficial. He's like really done.
Yeah, he done.
Yeah.
And there was that other one. What was it called? That he was tag team with?
Oh, Teddy? Or D.A. Smith?
D.A. Smith. Yeah, Danny Smith.
Because what Night Champions, 2 weeks?
Stop, Deonne. No one wants that but you.
And then the next 2 weeks is
Why
Saturday main event.
Why do you want that? Why do you want him as champ?
He gonna talk me into it just because I like chaos.
Do not listen to this man.
Just 'cause I like chaos. Oh my god!
Why do
He's
you
just
want
talking because it's free. All right, that's what he's doing.
Oh my god, man!
Like, what's gonna hurt, man? You know.
Speaking of things that
he can't even handle his sparklers right now.
That's what I'm like. Yeah, let's just move forward.
Can we get to something that hurt in that being Ron Killings cutting off his locks, bro? Can we get to that, please?
We can still glue those back, man. We got technology now.
He ain't got to glue them back. He just sew them back in.
Okay. Well, no, he's shaved. It's shaved now. Like I told you, he got the Norman Osborn joint. Like when you can't get waves, so you just edge them in.
You edge them in. You edge them shits in.
All he got to do is let it grow a little bit. Like you see, like my new growth, he can attach them back if he wants.
Nah. Now, if Ron Killings started talking like freaking Coleman Domingo from this new Spider-Man show on Disney Plus, brother, I would have started screaming.
I can't hear that. I don't want to hear
that. What if he wore one of the suits? The big green, that big ass dark green suit.
This is gonna be interesting though for Truth. Like, well, Ron Killings. Like, you wanted Truth back. You didn't get our Truth back. You got Ron Killings back for this last part, or well, for this part at least, or however long he's gonna be there. This isn't gonna be the same our Truth we've known. So, what's gonna be super different about this one? Is obviously more serious, more focused.
I hope it's no matches at all. I hope it's just like random smoke with anybody on the roster. Just run-ins, matches, promos backstage.
Because I'm curious how this is gonna pull off, because we know why we love our Truth, but you ain't gonna get that. Like, oh, I thought this was the Royal Rumble and it was a Money in the Bank or something like that. You know,
he gonna call Dominic by his actual name.
I'm anxious to see.
And he's not gonna call him Tom and Nick. That's how we gonna know we serious.
Yeah.
So, can we talk about the flex that it is for Ron Killings to basically put an entire company in the, you know what, that's our bad situation, and probably one of the few, if not the only, black wrestler in the history of the business to get the WWE to come to terms like, all right, you know what, what's your number, dog? We messed this up. What's your number?
That did not happen. That I'm sorry. Like I'm not falling for the BS that y'all went. Hey, the people decided. That's bullshit.
I ain't saying the people decided. I'm saying the locker room.
No. Okay. So I'll throw this out here. I throw this out here so we can get into our final segment. Just throw this out here for you to look at. Why would you not renew a contract of a person who's facing the GOAT at Saturday Night Main Event? Why would you not re-sign someone who had one of the highest and fastest shirt sales with Ron Cena? Every time he comes out, he has a pop. Every time he's been out here, he's the one that literally carried the Judgment Day for a year straight.
Yeah.
Why would you have him go win the tag team titles, the newly formed tag team titles
at WrestleMania?
At WrestleMania, and decide I'm not going to renew his contract. Then here's another piece of evidence. This man said that he was being released. They said that his contract was not being renewed. These are two different scenarios that normally line up with one another. And unless R-Truth had done something that was messed up, normally they would give him a wish to say, we wish you on your future endeavors. This was a work. And anybody can say what they want. There is nothing here that states that they would not renew this contract. What they wanted to do was R-Truth wanted to be able to really give himself a serious bid because he wanted to drop the shenanigans, drop the fun, which is something we've been all saying as well. Like, yo, if he was to drop like the comedic gimmick and go straight, we think R-Truth could do it. And now that's what
Will is right too, low key, because you know how you can tell it was work. And I love when there's realism in our stories like this. We know you can tell it's like Rhea had that R-Truth shirt on that
Already.
Monday Night Raw the week
Already.
before he came back with all the red faces of truth. She already had it.
There is some rumor, I'm not sure it's been confirmed, but some rumor that shirt's been on WWEshop.com for a good minute.
It hasn't.
Ooh,
It hasn't.
I don't think so.
No,
Again, I said rumor. I'm not.
No,
There's,
no, and
there's no
he
confirmation. There's no
debunked
confirmation of it.
He debunked that rumor, and he was like, "That's not true whatsoever. It is not. It was already made as a mock-up. It just hadn't been released."
The Ron Truth back, or sorry, Ron Cena shirts is back. That Killing Spree shirt is tough.
Exactly, bro. Like they've been looking to do this rollout for him.
And what you said earlier on live is like it probably is going to coincide with Cena's final run as well. Like
Telling you,
closing
bro,
that chapter.
Mm-hmm.
he is gonna beat it at SummerSlam, win that championship. This is the one, Deonne. What's 2 weeks gonna hurt?
Oh, really?
Thank you. There's the one.
This is the
got-
one.
We got a man who's about to retire who went 173-0.
Why do you
Okay.
still know the number?
Don't worry about it.
Why?
The man got this about in his brain.
Hey, man, let him have that, man. That's a great accolade to have,
Hold
man.
on.
Don't do him like that.
God.
I have a question, buddy. You know
Don't
the
you
number.
do him like that?
Um,
That is an achievement.
My memory
have
don't
a-
work that well. That's why I
You
want
got
to know
beef with
how.
counterparts.
I would have to look that up.
Does December 27, 1998, is that like a day that lives in infamy for you?
That damn taser, man. Yeah, it does.
Not him knowing that, man. Not you knowing that. But we're gonna find out what happens more with Ron Killings as the things unfold. So, but we have passed the 2.5 hour mark. So I want to go into our last and final segment because we definitely gotta get Deonne out of here. We're gonna do, of course, we have to do one of our segments, Deonne, one of our custom, stuff. So we're gonna do one. We will come back with the fantasy booking, and later I'm gonna have you on here for that because we were gonna be fantasy booking the Total Divas reboot and who would make the list. But current roster. But right now, it's only time for one. It's time for the blind five, man.
I never used to like they did my goat like that, man.
Had that man in the air going,
Had them cheeks up in the air with the fire. No reason for that.
yeah.
Hey, it happened. Oh yeah, man. So, for those that do not know the blind five, basically we have a category where you will select 5, depending on what the category is. You will, but you will list them from 1 to 5, and you will put them in the order in which they are given you, and then you will find out what that category is. Now, Deonne is at the helm of these categories today, and since we are just, we've been on here for a little bit, I'm just going to have Brando and of course the mayor go at this because y'all are here on the episode. So, Deonne, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm going to Brando. Let's go with you first. Usually we don't tell the topics of what we're doing, but I like to tell the topics. I like to let you know what we are doing. So
you Big E in this thing?
Yeah.
I was so ready for a surprise of them not knowing, and he's
Okay.
like,
All right, I'll just do surprise. Let's do surprise. Yeah, let's do surprise. All right, Brando, this is what I got. Oh man, I have most of these for Honey too, but that's neither here nor there. Next time. Okay, funny you said this. Goldberg versus Kevin Nash, Starrcade 98.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to rank this match. Not going to tell you the category or whatever. We're ranking it, but we're ranking it. Goldberg versus Nash, Starrcade 98. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
2.
Brett versus Shawn Michaels, Survivor Series 97.
Wait, is it 5 being best and worst being and 1 being the worst?
No. 5 is just a ranking. So 5 is the top.
Random. All right. Oh god. And if this turns out to be which match was the best one, I'm gonna be furious. Matter of fact, no, fuck that. Put Goldberg and Nash at 5. No,
it's too late.
You're right. You're giving your place.
Brother, this shit gonna be on the internet. People gonna be hitting me up like, word? This how you feel? Damn, you crazy. 4 for Sean and Brett, 97.
That's crazy.
No, see?
Don't listen to me, sir. Don't listen to me. I don't know what
All right. Cody versus Roman, WrestleMania 39.
Three? Oh, this feels so bad. This feels so bad.
Goldberg Lesnar Survivor Series 2016.
5.
And my last.
You gonna give me some bullshit that I had to put in 1?
No, you know what? You actually did a really good job on this one. So the last one is Undertaker versus Lesnar. So the category for this one was shocking WWE losses. So your list: Undertaker versus Lesnar, WrestleMania 30.
Is 1.
That's 1.
Uh-huh.
Let's go from 5 to 1.
Okay.
5, you put Goldberg versus Lesnar, Survivor Series 2016. 4, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, Survivor Series. Number 3, Cody and Roman. Number 2, Goldberg versus Nash. It was a very shocking loss, 173 173 to 1. And Undertaker versus Lesnar at 1. So that's your list, blind 5, for shocking WWE losses or shocking losses, which isn't a bad list.
I feel like Sami Zayn when he got Uzi over, and it's like, wait, what? Yeah. Okay,
It worked.
It worked. I was terrified. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I thought you was gonna grade this on match quality and some shit. And I put Goldberg and Nash at number 2, and I put Cody Roman 1 and number 3. Boy,
you almost did
my black wrestling card would have been turned in quick. He card no.
All right, Steph. So for this one, are there more moments and matches? So we just got to rank these. So first one, don't want to be too telling. You know what? Goldberg's a hot topic tonight. Goldberg at Survivor Series 2016.
4.
Cody at WrestleMania 38.
I just watched that earlier today. Be safe. 3.
Punk Survivor Series 2023.
Oh, the return?
Mm-hmm.
That's 1.
Edge Royal Rumble 2020.
Damn. Damn.
Ooh.
That sucks. I can't switch. But y'all know where my heart is, so that'd be 2. But that was Kobe Day. If you know, that's a very touching day.
I was so mad. I legit had an option like, yo, you either going to the Rumble, you going to, this is going to sound like a terrible flex. I'm sorry. He said, yo, either you go to the Rumble because it's in Houston or you go to the Grammys. Which one you taking? I'm like, going to the Grammys. I have no idea how this Rumble it's gonna shake out. And then
damn,
that day was wild. That was a wild day in LA, all right? A wild day in LA.
So say you had one that was still left on the board. I'll put that in number 5. So we'll go from 5 to 1.
What was the 5th?
Number 5, John Cena's Royal Rumble return in 2008. That was after his injury where he came back.
Ooh, at the Garden?
Yeah, he got
damn.
Yeah, you got that number 5.
That should be higher. That should be higher.
With a delayed pop because the crowd was like, "Oh shit, it is John Cena."
Goldberg 2016 Survivor Series match. You got that number 4.
See, that's because I don't remember it that well. Who was he facing?
Lesnar.
Brock.
That's
46 seconds.
That's the first one. 2 spears and a jackhammer.
I thought that was Mania though.
Nah,
So they ran it back at Mania.
Yeah,
They went a little longer than 4.
Okay,
They went about 5 minutes.
Because I was at that Mania. I remember that. I don't know why I remember that one being the Mania match. That was the car crash essentially.
that was.
I can't be mad at that.
Cody WrestleMania 38. You got at 3. Edge's Royal Rumble return. You got at number 2, and Punk return. You have as number 1 on this list.
I'm okay with that.
Those were our shocking WWE or shocking returns. So it's not bad.
If y'all would have heard how bad Punk was talking about WWE for years, like you wouldn't expect that.
That's a fair.
This
list.
is true.
That's a fair list.
I literally rewatched that one too. I watched that the return like I think yesterday. Just to sometimes you just watch some shit just to feel something, and to watch that crowd legit like that. Oh yeah, we listen to Cody's theme, cool. And then that guitar kicks off for Cult's personality. Everybody in that bitch lost their fucking minds.
And production did a good job of just holding it, just zooming out the camera. And it was like something's up, man.
Moments like that. I'll be watching Obafemi introduce like pre-workout. You just gotta feel something.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to end this episode of the Kayfabe Podcast. A long one because it's a lot of news, man. This is the summer of wrestling, man. And I think it's only going to pick up even more, man. So we are going to try to keep it under a nice time length. But again, it's a lot of wrestling news coming on. So just
every day now.
Yeah, so
wrestling's every day.
Yeah, so
we just got to Wednesday. We didn't even talk about Okada and Omega being official for All In Texas. We
ain't talk about TNA with the Trick Williams, AJ Francis taking on Elijah. Yeah, man. So again, it's a lot of wrestling, and we're gonna try to cover it as best as we can. But we appreciate y'all checking out this episode of the Kayfabe Podcast. I want to thank my guest Brando and the Mayor for jumping on. Be sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Comment on this video. Let us know how you feel about the Blind 5 rankings, how you feel about Raw and Killings coming back, some of our fantasy bookings, Evolution 2, and what's to come, and the King and Queen of the Ring, and of course, Night of Champions. Throw it in the comments below. We want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining, and we will catch you next time. Peace.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget